Welcome to the Adam Friedland Show. Special guest Drew Dunn.
Hey, what's up, man?
Thanks for coming, brother.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Boston Drew.
Oh, yeah. Boston Drew.
Dude, I was just in Ireland, the Boston of Europe.
Yes. Yeah, where my people came from.
Yeah. You know, I'm fucking pissed at England now.
Yeah.
They told me about there was no famine.
There was no potato famine?
It was a genocide.
Oh, they just said it was potatoes?
No, they all the other food that was grown in Ireland, they just took and sent to England. And they were like, and then the potatoes went bad, and so then they were like, you can't have any of the other food that you make.
Wow.
I fucking hate England now.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what their business model was across the world, was get in there, manipulate, try and take over, and then eventually fail.
Molest.
And go back to, molest, of course.
They took all the Irish curry and spices.
Write a poem about your fucking a beautiful Ottoman boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so lovely, isn't he?
No, but those guys weren't writing poems. It was like the posh, like...
Right.
Yeah. It's classy to fuck a boy there.
Yeah, the bottom teeth are protruding further than the top teeth.
Oh, yeah, so let's have sex with a boy tonight.
Yeah. Like... lower a flag and then kiss your
that's like a
Mughal boy lover goodbye.
Well, the British accent and the Boston accent are basically the same thing.
Yeah, it is true. To my ear,
it's Pakyakat or it's Pakyakat.
Yeah.
It's phonetically the exact same.
When I saw Boondock Saints, I was like, "What is this, London?"
Yeah, everyone thinks.
Yeah, everyone thinks.
Everyone's always thinking. Yeah, Boondock Saints is a bunch of British guys.
There's also that old New York accent, the one that FDR had. It's similar. Yeah.
That it's all just getting lazy at the end of the word, really.
Yeah.
It's just letting it fly.
Well, he had polio.
Yeah, well, lazy, polio, what's the difference?
He had mouth polio.
The French don't even say the end of the word.
Oh, yes, they are.
They're so lazy.
Yeah. Well, and they think they're better than you, too. So
and it's like, you do not deserve to hear how we say it.
Yeah, there's a T at the end of the word, and we don't say it.
Yeah.
Because we're so gay.
You don't get it? Please try to order at my restaurant.
Yeah, and they all speak English.
Yeah, and they just want to be pieces of shit.
I'm mad at England right now for what they did to our people, the Irish.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to wake up.
I've decided I'm going to be Dolezal Irish now.
Okay, welcome.
It's a really sad place. All the young people have left.
In England?
In Ireland.
Oh, in Ireland. Yeah. Where are they going?
Like to the UK. Yeah, they're going. They all want to leave. And did you know this? It's the second richest country in the world by GDP per capita.
Ireland?
Ireland is, because it's a tax haven basically.
Okay.
So all of like Microsoft and Apple and everything have their European headquarters in Ireland.
Oh, interesting.
So they get because they have like stupid low taxes.
Right.
So on paper they're like richer than Sweden, but it doesn't the people's lives still want to leave.
Yeah, it doesn't equate to people feeling good every day. Yeah.
I loved it there. They're like you've gotten great weather here. They're like it's been raining for a year. They're like, this is the first sunshine we've had in a year.
You wonder why the young people are leaving. Yeah.
Well, there's just no jobs and no housing, they said.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be a problem across the board in a lot of places, though, with the housing. It seems like nobody's able to just buy land.
Have you seen that Instagram thing where there's like Asian women in the jungle that'll build a house out of like clay?
Yeah.
It's like water powered.
Yeah.
I watched all of them.
Well, it's like it's this fantasy world people like live in now where they're like, we could have this. And it's like, first of all, that's probably fake.
They're highly produced by the CCP.
Yeah.
They found out that the government makes those.
Yeah.
They just go in and do a construction and then
to make it look like
a Crash
Chinese life is
Bandicoot
great.
house.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they have make it made out of, and then everything's water powered. There'll be like a stream that goes through, and it's like turns the lights on.
And it's always kind of a hot girl too doing it.
Yeah, because that's the image you want to paint yourself in. You're not out there by yourself.
There's one named Lee Ziki that I kind of had a crush on a little bit. She was a DJ in the city, and then she went back to her village to take care of her grandma.
Wow.
Yeah.
And could you live like that? Could you live in like a water-powered house in the forest for a while, or do you feel like you'd lose your fucking mind?
China?
In China or anywhere. I mean, could you do it out in the upstate New York?
Yeah, in Prospect Park.
There's probably bugs and stuff. I don't like...
There's definitely bugs.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That would be the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Other than having a place to shit and piss and drink and... friends.
They don't have any place to shit. That is true.
That's tough. Yeah, you got to shit on the right side of your house so you don't fuck up the powering of your lights.
Did Steven ever tell you that story about Sean in the airport in China? They have their toilets are like they have the hole on the ground toilet where you squat, which is apparently better for shitting. But he didn't know how to use it, so he did it standing up.
Oh, no.
And then he had shit. Apparently he got poo on his legs, and then the flight was boarding, and it's apparently. Shout out to our friend who I just shamed in public. How's Irvine, Nick? I heard it was a smash hit.
It was fun. Yeah.
The Spectrum Center.
Mm-hmm.
The
Spectrum Center.
They have like it's a perfect example of a mid-tier mall. So it's not like the like luxury brand. It's not like Gucci and stuff. They have like Zoomies, PacSun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
H&M's in there. Yeah,
H&M. Yeah. All the best stores.
Yeah, the good stuff.
I went to Lids in that mall and bought a fitted and then lost it on the plane. I was very upset. But I got tafs embroidered on a Yankee fitted.
That's really
that's
embarrassing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
And
great.
I didn't know about
forgot it on
that.
the plane.
You're lucky you lost that hat.
Well, I wanted to get the word out about the show. I was really excited.
Because people would have seen that and not said anything to you, just taking pictures and be like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
I think people would have been like, where can I get one?
Yeah.
Right.
And then we could have done a deal with New Era.
You can get them at Lids.
Yeah. Go to Lids and
in
just
the same
ask
way
the
that you
guy.
get the name of your Mexican baby that died. You can get the name of a TV show
Esperanza.
and pretend like there's any kind of relationship between the New York Yankees and the Adam Friedland show.
I can get a name of a talk show that's done 5 brilliant episodes on YouTube.com.
Mhm.
Right. Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel right now that with me wearing this?
I don't feel bad about it.
Really?
If it was like probably 2004, we'd have a conversation about it. I'm sure you'd hate me just as much for wearing this.
I'm not a Yankee fan at all. I do
Okay.
it for style.
Yeah, I feel like the
It's more of a Spike Lee thing.
Yeah, more of a honoring. It's a Hove. It's Jay-Z.
Am I imagining? Did it happen for real that he got like territorial about the red Yankees hat?
With Fred Durst,
Yeah,
he
because he's like, I invented that, or like,
to Limp Bizkit.
like you can't take that from
that's
me.
my look.
Yeah.
You stole it from He
Yeah, no,
lives in Fort Greene. I see him walking around.
Yeah, well, that's like his neighborhood.
Yeah. He's like 5'1".
You know
Really?
who also lives in Fort Greene is the only I saw Wyatt Cenac there, but I guess
I
he's
see
not,
him walking around
he's
too.
not really a celebrity, but Fisher Stevens, who is on that show Succession, he's the guy
Mhm.
with the tiny neck.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I saw him there.
Oh, he's like the PR guy.
He's the lawyer or one of them.
Yeah, he has like a strange neck.
It's bizarre.
Bizarre neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird to get an acting role when you're like it's so jarring. It's jarring to look at that guy.
Well,
on
it didn't
screen.
used
It's the
to
first
be.
thing
Pretty
you look
much
at is his
everyone
neck.
on Succession is ridiculous. Is pretty much to look at them is I can't look at anyone.
Yeah,
on
there's
that.
something
He's
off
had a
with
long
everybody.
career. That guy's been in a bunch of shit.
Really?
Yeah, he was in Hackers.
Oh, okay.
Here's the credits of his. I know he was in Hackers, and I think he directed John Leguizamo's documentary.
The John Leguizamo's like
The Latino clown documentary,
yeah.
which is
Of course.
great.
Smash
And
hit.
John Leguizamo's great. John
I love
Leguizamo
him.
did like an hour at like the Orpheum or something.
Oh, really?
And he's
As
like,
a clown?
He's like, yeah, I'm get back into stand up. I want to do stand up again, and it's great. Yeah,
Wait, so it's like a comedy special.
sort of, but it's a documentary about him doing it.
He's the man.
Yeah.
The Pest was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
I don't think I ever saw the Pest.
Oh, you're not a film head.
No, I'm not a
apparently.
film head. No,
Pretty cool. Pretty cool movie if you're the most annoying 10-year-old in the world.
Okay.
Which I was.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a scene where he's in the shower and farting. It's stunning.
Classic cinema
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Criterion Collection.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
John
of course.
Wick. He's in John Wick.
He's in John Wick?
Fisher.
No, John Leguizamo.
Oh, who's he in Wick?
He plays the guy that owns the chop shop. In the very beginning, where he's
Oh, okay.
he's like, "Do you know whose fucking car this is?"
Yeah.
You
okay.
bunch, my son. Listen, I work with your father, all right? That guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
the
work
whole
with you.
movie.
I work with your father, all right?
Have you ever? Did you ever go to the late Court Street Cinema in Brooklyn?
No.
It's
Wait,
closed
it's closed now?
It's closed now,
Oh, that's a
unfortunately.
shame.
But it was like always chaos at that theater.
No,
Okay.
it's not true. It was very quiet. It was nice. I saw Top Gun Maverick there.
I saw John Wick 3 there, and there was a lady in front of me with like 8 Tupperwares, and he kills Boban from the NBA. That's the first kill, and
Yeah.
she goes, "Okay, Neo," and then Lawrence Fishburne shows up, and she goes, "Ooh, and they got Murphy's."
Just with a full Thanksgiving dinner in front
Yeah,
of her.
she had like 12 Tupperware. That lady was awesome.
That's hilarious. To go there
And they
with
got
that kind of
Murphy's.
plan. Yeah. Oh, that's great. No, I never went up there. I only moved to New York in 2021, so I kind of missed a lot of that post-COVID.
Well, so you're in Queens. There's be no reason to go
yeah,
to Brooklyn to go to a Court
yeah,
Street
exactly.
Theater.
Right.
2021, dude.
I know.
Moving into
You know, it was a
city.
fun, shitty theater over by there. They had like that United Artists.
in Astoria.
No, by Court Street, by that neighborhood, on the other side of Atlantic.
Where was that? In Cobble Hill?
In Cobble Hill, yeah.
I don't
next
remember
to
that
the
one at
Barnes
all.
and Noble.
No, that was Court Street.
No, Court Street is on Court Street, and it's like
Off of Atlantic.
It's south of Atlantic.
But wasn't it across from Barnes and Nobles? This is good podcast.
This is great
No,
stuff.
Yeah,
it was further down. It was further down Court Street. It was a small theater.
Oh, I don't remember that one at all.
I think
Court Street was
You know what?
awesome.
I'm thinking of Cobble Hill Cinemas.
That one I've been to.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the small one.
The small one.
Okay, so it's a Court Street UA.
That was the UA.
Oh,
correct.
okay, yeah.
But they closed it because of
That theater sucked.
it was a disaster
Yeah.
of a theater. Yeah, people got you got bed bugs at the Union Square Regal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the
the-
theater, you
at the
went home
yes,
with bed bugs.
yes,
That's insane. That's insane.
I was listening.
And that one's still open? Is the Regal still in
I
business?
get it.
You would
though.
think bed bugs would put
When you get
under.
bed bugs, you probably, and this is like New York 10 years ago, you've had them 15 fucking times. They've destroyed your life and all your
Right.
relationships. You're like, fuck it, I'm going to go see the Mr. Rogers documentary. I got nothing else.
Yeah, go see Tom Hanks put on a show.
No, that's the movie. I didn't see that one. There was a Mr. Rogers documentary that came out. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah.
It made me cry.
Oh, wow.
I saw it on a plane. I cry every movie on a plane.
Yeah, it is weird when you're on a plane. You can really let yourself get into it.
They say it's something about the cabin pressure, and your tear ducts, and that you're not gay if you do it.
Yeah, and it makes you.
They say it's not gay.
I've
You're not a
never had
pussy,
the
you're
patience
totally
to
tough.
watch a movie on an airplane, I don't think.
I thought that's the only time I watch a movie is when I'm on an
I
airplane.
watch all the Marvels.
I bring
Yeah.
the Kindle, and then half the time I forget to download something new,
uh-huh.
and then I end up like rereading some PDF that I've had on the like a
just
cookbook. 'Cause
Just going through your photo gallery.
yeah, right. 'Cause I forgot to get a new book before
Yeah.
I get on the plane.
I was listening to local New York sports radio a couple months ago, and people were talking about Yankee hats and Boston hats.
Yeah.
And the guy, I forgot who it was. Maybe Mad Dog or one of them. The
Yeah.
Mad Dog's not at WFAN anymore. Whoever it was, he was like, "You would have to be fucking crazy to wear a Yankee hat at Fenway Park." He's like, "You're not coming out alive."
Yeah, there was a period of time
I'm
when I
gonna
was
wear a Yankee
not true.
turban.
there
to
was a
the
period of
thing.
time where I was growing up where it felt like every week there was something on the
A
news or
Yankee
something.
turban.
Yeah, that would definitely not fly in Boston.
and then you go, what?
What?
They really have missed
What?
the hijab market. They use the new era and the fanatics. That's a whole new world now. I mean, this is
They really could
the new
do that.
America. Everyone's watching.
Get a
sports.
patch from the World Series.
Yeah, there's so much more real estate.
There
to
was a
work with.
period in time where you'd get killed at Fenway Park.
Yeah, there was a lot of sucker
Not-
punches. There was a lot of sucker punches. I remember growing up where people would be like, "Yeah, a guy in a Yankees hat got punched in the face today out of nowhere," and everyone was like, "Yeah, that's what you fucking get.
That's what you do.
That's what we see a guy we don't like wearing a different color, we punch him in the fucking face. What's the problem?"
Dude, that's pimp, dude. That's
Yeah.
badass. I'm doing it for fucking Ben Affleck.
This one's for Ted Williams. This one's for Matt Damon.
This one's for Yastrzemski.
Yeah.
This one's for Kevin Youkilis.
This one's for the Uke. Greatest hitter of all time.
Were you disappointed when you found out he was Jewish?
No, I didn't have a
I
problem
heard it
with
was a tragedy in Boston. I heard people didn't leave their bedrooms for weeks.
It was tough, but he was always a utility player, so it made sense.
Oh,
to me
yeah.
that he
Now you're downgrading one of the best Red Sox ever.
Well, he started off as a guy who played like 6 different positions, and then finally found his spot where he was at, and then then he became the guy everyone knew. But for a while, he was jumping
I don't
around
even think
different
he's
teams.
Jewish, is he?
It
He's
sounds
Greek.
Jewish enough.
No, he's Greek.
Is he Greek?
Yeah, Uke.
Yeah, it's a Uke.
Halkias. Kevin Halkias.
Kevin Halkias.
He was a third baseman.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he played outfield for a little bit too. Then he was a DH for a couple years.
Dude, I love remembering guys.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
When I was in the UK, my dad called me angry at me that I didn't call him to congratulate him on Shohei's 50-50 season.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulate him.
Yeah,
Like
my
he
dad-
An international phone call.
yeah, my dad was like, "Why didn't you call me about it?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I haven't watched baseball in 6 years, Dad."
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, this is
Apparently, it is the best baseball player of all time.
Yeah, he's doing something special. I mean, he's one of the first guys to be able to pitch and hit, like play both sides of the ball in a long time.
Babe Ruth.
Yeah, because I think a lot of that was there's probably a lot of guys that could, but a lot of teams just they invest so much money in their pitchers now that they don't want to have a chance of anybody getting hurt. That they're like, this is a $10 million arm. Why would we go, have him?
But
get
if you're
hit by a ball or
Japanese,
some
you're
shit?
built to die.
It's true. Yeah, all in. Kamikaze your career, get a 50-50 season. And
Well, I mean, that's what they're good at is dying.
Yeah.
they were one of the best, especially for a period of time. They really leaned
They're
into it.
still doing it. I mean, they kill themselves like nobody's business over there.
They love killing themselves.
Yeah, they just it's like never fuck. Like they're committed.
Yeah.
There's something like 30-40% of Japanese men have never had sex.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that partly just because of the
It's because they
population
jack
thing?
off the drawings. I mean, it's like the
drawings.
Occam's razor
Drawings
on that
of
one.
child porn.
All of
Yeah.
their
That makes
pornography is all the regular pornography. They censor the pussy, so
Right.
they don't even know what's happening.
Yeah.
It's like two cartoon characters getting into a fight.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
But-
just a cloud of smoke
Yeah.
and arms. And
There's like
Meanwhile-
a pound sign, like
Yeah.
a question mark.
meanwhile the animated pornography, you see everything.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's
Yeah.
a fifth grader getting raped by an octopus.
yeah, and that's
It's a
just some
robot,
dude's
by the way.
imagination.
And-
And
yeah.
you can really get into the details.
And if you're jacking off to that all day, and then some like Japanese lady is like, "Oh, maybe I clean your apartment," you're like, I think I'm just gonna jack off.
yeah.
I have these drawings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're one of those weird ones with the teeth and the freckles.
Yeah, if you've seen only a
Yeah.
drawn pussy your whole life, to see a real one would be pretty
Uh-huh.
jarring.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh. A huge.
You're like, this is
disappointment.
more disgusting than the octopus.
It smells like shit.
Yeah.
Where's
I
the
thought,
ink?
I thought the gross part would be the tentacles, not your weird meat flap.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's funny when people try and say it's like, oh, it's because of the war and their culture getting fucked up during the occupation and stuff. But
They
no.
say that's why anime came along? Or
No, it's
No,
just that's
the
why their culture is sort of in a
population
death
decline?
spiral.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I feel like that's. I
But
feel
no,
like this shame
it's
and
jacking
honor.
off the cartoons. is
Yeah.
what they're- yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
weird because it is such an honor-driven society. Still, that's why I feel like a lot of people work so hard, and when they don't reach that peak, that's why the suicide thing.
The
comes in
honor
so
thing,
much, but
the honor thing is nuts. Of it, like if your neighbor kills somebody, if you have like a neighbor that's a murderer, you have to kill yourself. I think. No, it's like deeply disrespectful if you're some guy who picks up his mail next to you, killed somebody. It brings shame to your neighborhood and all.
so you
this
gotta
stuff.
off yourself, off him.
Uh-huh.
There was like a serial killer, I think in the 80s in Tokyo, and they didn't know how to investigate murder just because it wasn't he was a Korean guy that was like living
Oh
there.
wow!
And they were like, we have no idea how to even look into this.
Yeah, right. Well,
Yeah.
and to just try and find somebody on the street out there is going to be a
Right,
nightmare.
exactly. Imagine that police lineup.
Yeah,
They're like, it's either 5 or all of them.
yeah, it could be.
The usual suspects.
They're like, that's a picture of you.
Yeah,
You're looking at a picture of yourself.
Yeah.
And you.
no, that's the guy that did it.
Right.
Are you a NFL fan?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
NFL
you guys
fan.
got Brady. You got Maroney,
Right.
Lawrence, Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis. How are you feeling about this squad this year?
I think that we have a chance to maybe get to 500, and that's about it. I don't see us winning. Patriots
Isn't
guy?
that- yeah, I thought the Patriots were like the best.
No,
team.
Brady's out.
Brady's not there
Brady's
anymore.
gone. Brady went to the Bucks a couple years ago. Now he's retired. Now he's doing commentary. Yeah.
He's making
Yeah, we
movies about
got-
old women that want to fuck him.
Right.
What?
Oh yeah,
Oh, 80 for Brady?
80 for Brady.
Did you actually see that movie?
It's hilarious.
No, you watched that?
Yeah.
That'd be a perfect plane movie.
That is a plain movie.
Wait, so they
Yeah.
what do the old ladies do? They go to they're like one of us is gonna. It's like American Pie. It's like by the end of this year, one of us fucks Tom Brady.
It's one of them has cancer. It's like Jane Fonda has cancer,
Oh,
and
boo hoo!
and she gets into watching. The TV gets stuck. Like the TV won't change channels, and they end up watching a football game, and they get horny for the players. And then one of them gets cancer. No, it's not Jane Fonda. It's Lily Tomlin.
Tomlin, yeah.
She gets cancer. And then she's like, I just want to see the Super Bowl before I die.
Right.
And then she pretends like she won tickets, but she never won them. She just bought them. She like sold her car, and then they go, and then then the whole thing is they're there, and they one of them ends up in a poker game by accident, and it's strip poker.
Sounds funny.
One of them wins a chicken wing eating contest. It's like
It's like Girls Trip, but for old bitches trying to fuck Tom Brady.
Yeah, for old women. But then he produced it, I think.
That's weird.
You know, he was like, "How about a movie where old women want to fuck me?"
And he sexed them. He was like a Weinstein during the casting.
That makes sense.
It would have been a lot. The original script, it was Japanese men. It was 4 Japanese men
Right.
that want to fuck Tom Brady.
Ties around their head,
Yeah,
partying after the big night out, and
It was 4 Japanese businessmen.
And if you're into that, you'll love My Bookie.
it sort of got retooled a bit.
yeah, right. Notes and rewrites.
Guys, NFL football 2024-2025 season. It's huge this year.
Oh yeah.
How's the league been this year?
I mean, it's exciting. The
Lot
games
of
are
exciting
exciting.
stuff.
A lot of fun stuff. A lot of new players. A lot of new teams winning that normally don't. It's fun.
You
Yeah.
said that would be a perfect plane movie. And now I'm thinking, it's like, did I watch that on a plane?
You had to have.
That's the only time I've seen that movie is when I'm swiping through.
Yeah,
the back
it's
of
interesting
planes.
because in my head I can't remember a time. The only thing I ever remember watching on a plane is like 2 episodes of Mad Men, and now I'm thinking maybe I did watch 80 for Brady.
You got sick of reading that cookbook and had to get into the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, because I fly American, so there's never a screen.
Right.
You know, it's
So,
it's for readers. It's a reader's area.
It's an intellect.
Yeah.
it's America's original book club.
They're like, would you like another Diet Coke? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm reading my recipe book.
Yeah.
Right
Instead of headphones, they give you
yeah.
night lights.
I'm looking at receipts that I compiled into a PDF.
At mybookie.com, we want you to deposit and bet on this season of the NFL with MyBookie. And do it with us, because Nick and I have been throwing heavy money. We've been hammering bets.
And a big problem, I think, is we had the same promo code for years. They changed it on us. It's now Adam100.
Which is the most awesome one I can imagine.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I got free No Jumper merch this weekend at the show.
No, you didn't.
Somebody brought to me.
That's fun.
Yeah.
What'd you
Some
get?
guy who works at No Jumper brought me a shirt, a No Jumper shirt.
Oh,
and then
I've emailed with that guy.
I asked him, I said, is there anybody that works there that has a name, that has a real name? Or is it all, like Bobo and...
Yeah.
It's like-
Bubs and
yeah, no, it's like none of them are... There's not a
Scooter-
single guy that's named
Scooter
like
and Chip.
John.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know who I was talking to? John from No Jumper the other day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Yeah, they all have like Halloween names.
The thing about betting, right,
Mhm.
is it amplifies your NFL watching experience.
Yeah.
Right?
If I'm watching 2 teams I don't care about,
Right.
you put $5 on it, a couple bucks on it, all of a sudden you're invested. You're excited.
If it's Jacksonville versus Cleveland, but you got a little action on it,
right.
I'm watching that fourth quarter.
Totally.
I'm shouting at the TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm saying this is how I win.
Right.
I'm turning to my girlfriend and being like, you know where that's from?
Yeah. And she's concerned, but
I'm like, tell me the fucking movie that,
Right.
And she's like, shut up, Adam.
yeah.
My parents are here right now.
Right.
You're drunk. You're watching this season they did, 10 games at once?
Something like that. Yeah.
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 Red Zone.
Red Zone.
Have you ever watched Red Zone?
Did they schedule it that way to try and drive sales for Red Zone or something?
I think so. I think they
Yeah.
want you to feel like if you're a person who's doing fantasy or you're betting a lot, like you have to watch this to get all the action. And
Do you have a
Interesting.
fantasy team?
No, I didn't do fantasy this year.
I've done it for years. I had to quit. I had a problem.
Yeah.
I got too into it.
Were you winning or losing?
I was so good.
Yeah.
I was amazing. I should be a GM. I literally should. I should be the commissioner of the National Football League.
Well, with that good, you should be able to play some winning bets then, yeah?
Absolutely. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And where you and you could do it at mybookie.com.
We'll put the link in the description.
We will
great
put
idea.
the link in the description.
It's something like join with Adam or something. It's different than the promo code. I don't understand why. Somehow that's our fault, but I guess,
join with Adam.
yeah. The promo code itself is Adam 100.
Join with Adam.
Yeah.
Like they're holding my hand.
Yeah, come on.
Yes. Okay, guys. You can use the platform.
Yeah, it is a
really-
very Christian link.
What's that?
It is a very Christian link.
Join with Adam.
Yeah, right. It comes with a brochure, more information.
Yeah.
A lady
I
you
had
think you
a-
can fuck, but you can't.
I had a group of friends. That like all got the finance jobs out of college.
Yeah.
And so they were making like $200,000 at like 23.
Right.
They had this like huge apartment in the West Village. Only one thing on the wall. It was a Pulp Fiction like framed movie poster.
Yeah, Adam's making fun of them. At the same age, Adam, the only thing he owned was a half-baked movie poster.
Right.
I didn't own it. I stole it, actually. Yeah. I stole it from John F. O'Donnell. You can get it back anytime you want, John.
All of your art was given to you by either Max or me. Remember that piece of garbage I brought to your apartment with the helicopter and the Lamborghini on it?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
All my art. No, that's not true. Nick.
Here we go.
That's not true.
Got him.
No, I buy paintings now. No, what happens is you move in with your girlfriend. You're like, I have art. And then it's all framed movie posters from like Japan.
Right.
You're like,
right.
this is cool. And
Yeah.
she's like, it's not.
I have
Yeah.
like 2
And then you-
paintings I bought from some mentally ill woman on Instagram that draws like Sonic fucking
Oh,
Shrek
someone
and stuff.
gave me a painting of you in London. I have to give it to you.
That's what I mean. People bring me stuff like that.
She's
Right.
right
Sitting-
wing.
It's sitting in like an art bag in my apartment because I'm not going to like put up a drawing of me.
Of
Yeah, that'd be
yourself?
weird if I walked in
Yeah.
your living room and it was
Yeah.
8 different pieces of your
Yeah.
face.
That'd be
Right.
awesome. I'd be like, this man is large and in charge.
It's also too. It's like people will bring me art that they've done and they've drawn a picture of me, but it's a picture that's like a public picture.
Right.
That's like one of the 10 photos that gets put on the internet.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so it's like lacking any intimacy of portraiture.
Right.
You know what I
right.
mean? So it's like sort of
Can you
this
tell them that?
Certainly, no, I don't. I go, thank you so much.
Tell these psychos that I think this is lacking the intimacy of portrait. Anyway, yeah, those finance guys I knew.
I'm just saying it would be very bizarre for me to put up a painting of one of my Instagram posts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That would be, yeah.
That's a thing you like buy. That's a thing your like aunt gets tricked into buying.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like a wish.
Yeah.
T-move
And she's
type
like, and
thing.
it's also a clock.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so they used to watch Red Zone 1 p.m. games and just start doing blow. And I went to their house one day, and it was the most psychotic experience of my entire life. It's like they're still on the trading floor,
Right.
but there are 10 games. You can't pay attention to a single game.
No, it's insane.
It's so it is the most disorienting thing in the world is watching NFL Red Zone.
Yeah, it's ADHD times.
It
the
drives you
NFL.
insane. Yeah, and these
Yeah.
guys used to blow rails, hammer beds. Coolest guys I know. They're good guys. Shout out to them. Anyway, guys, MyBookie encourages you to do cocaine and watch NFL Red Zone for the 1 p.m. or 10 a.m. games,
Right.
depending on the. No, that is not in the copy. I'm just kidding. Guys, NFL season is back. Winning season is back. Football is back. MyBookie is here to make sure that you cash in on the action. This season, MyBookie is pulling out all the stops with incredible promotions like weekly risk-free boosts on Thursdays where you can bet without a sweat. If your bet hits, you win big.
Listen, and
And-
this is an emotional appeal to our audience. If you've been with us for a long time, my bookie has treated us very well.
Yeah,
They've
great company.
great company, and they're the new rep seems like a nice lady. The old one I worked with for years, a Canadian guy named Joey.
Okay.
That I would only talk to him on the phone, and he just had like a very thick Canadian accent, which is like it's not even like they say words different. It's like that you can't parse their emotions.
Yeah, it's a rhythmic.
You'd be like,
type-
"Hey, how you doing? My mom's dead."
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
leave
yeah.
your moms in the hood,
yeah, yeah.
sick to my stomach, fam.
Yeah. No, but they were very nice, and I do feel bad that we haven't done a good job. So,
It's my fault. I take responsibility.
Yeah, it's all right. At the very least, go sign up. MyBookie.ag, Adam100. Signing up doesn't cost you anything, and maybe you'll see something that piques your interest.
It's great. I'm going to do it right after the show.
If it doesn't hit for the risk-free Thursday boost, they refund your wager. That's a free bet. That's free money.
Right.
That's a smart money move. And that's just the beginning. MyBookie is giving away hundreds of thousands in prizes with their Super Survivor and Squares contest. Get your entries in now for a shot of huge cash rewards. When you're ready to get started, use my promo code Adam100 and claim some extra cheese on top of your first deposit. Is that a betting term?
No, it means that's like a yeast infection term.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Yeah,
No,
she's
cheddar.
got got a little extra cheese on the taco.
Yeah, it's a side bet you can put on the WNBA now.
It's like that means
Locker room talk.
yeah. If you have
Fellas, you know what I'm talking
if
about.
your lady has a yeast infection, check out mybookie.ag.
MyBookie's tiered bonuses make it easy to deposit with crypto or credit. The bigger that you deposit, the bigger your bonus. So now loyalty pays off with MyBookie Plus. Wow, it's like Apple Plus or something. Is that a real thing? They have a new okay, whatever. MyBookie pays off with MyBookie Plus. The more I am illiterate. The more you pay, the more you win. It's simple. Climb through the tiers of the loyalty rewards program to unlock even more epic promotions, exclusive giveaways, and bigger rewards. MyBookie Plus is the lock of the century. Guys, we love MyBookie. We love Joey. We love the new rep.
Yep.
Thank you for sponsoring our show. And we're back.
Great. Good to be here.
So you got anything cool?
How you feel about the weather today? Kind of shitty, huh?
I like that it's getting colder.
I like that it's getting colder, but I wish it wasn't so gray.
Yeah, the gray's tough. I like a little sunshine, but I don't want to be sweating.
The leaves
my
aren't
ass
there
off.
yet, you know?
Right. The foliage.
Yeah. It seems like I brought London back with me.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, you may have. Brought a little London with her.
Yeah, they the shows were really good, guys. I want to thank everyone that came out to the London shows. It seems like people like me the best in a place where the stand-up is the worst. So
That's great.
Yeah, I really appreciate everyone for coming.
Yeah, managing
Yeah.
expectations.
I did my one-man fringe set.
Are you doing that?
About
this-
realizing I have micro penis.
Right.
Yeah. I went to Edinburgh, 5 stars in the Guardian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Micro penis and me.
Micro penis and I.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Sorry.
come on,
Right.
dude.
Sorry. I know it's proper English.
British
Yeah,
right.
right.
style. Yeah.
Yeah. Micro with an OU.
No, but it was nice. I saw Sam Campbell. It was good to see him. My crew.
Micro penis.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw Sam Campbell. It was really nice. Shout out to Sam. Great guy. Very good set. Everyone in that open was fantastic. And thank you to everyone who came to the show, especially the lady that gave me a portrait of Nick and then walked away and said also that she's right wing. So that was cool.
What's right wing in British? I don't.
Might be left wing here.
Oh, it goes the other way.
I'm not sure.
No, that's Australia.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the hemispheres. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean, though? You like hate Pakistani people? I don't-
They had a race war recently.
sort of.
Oh, I watched. They just tried to start a Fox News GBTV. It's like
I saw I saw
on every show.
they had these race riots, but the race riots are like somebody fucking kicking a soccer ball at a fucking store.
Well, they actually did say to me, they were
It's like they will never, like Kyle Rittenhouse just like crushes all of Europe.
Yeah, they don't have the real rage inside
They don't
of
have
them.
yeah, it's nothing. It's nowhere
Well, they have
near
knives.
close.
Yeah.
Like
they're
there's a
not-
picture of like one storefront that's like smashed up or there's some paint on it.
Yeah, and then
It's
there's people
like-
repairing it the next day.
Yeah, they raise our taxes. Yeah, fucking everything's getting looted.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like they don't. That's nothing compared to the United
I don't
States.
think we don't loot at all, though. They
What?
like going to the street like it's Les Miserables. Or actually, France does that.
France
more.
is really
Yeah,
big
yeah.
on their protests.
But
yeah.
us, like I feel. Oh, I guess Gaza. They were like for the first time big.
I'm gonna
protests.
start looting for Gaza. I like
That's
that.
a good
dude.
move.
Yeah.
Just go to
Yeah.
Foot Locker and say this is for
yeah,
them.
right. Fuck Israel. Where are the Jordans? I'm at the Apple store.
I
looting
got
for
iPhone
Gaza.
15. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
For
anything to
Gaza.
help. Anything to help the situation over there.
Yeah, I feel like I missed a lot. The pager thing happened while I was gone.
That
yeah,
sent
that's
me
crazy.
into a whole about lithium-ion battery.
The pager thing
Explosions.
is crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I almost went back to Z on
But
that
let's
one.
hold on. I need
I'm
to
like,
stress
that's
this
pimp.
now. Your house is filled. You got all these fucking devices that have lithium-ion batteries
Yeah.
that can just explode whenever.
Right. Just at any point.
Whenever they want. I had an old MacBook like 10 years ago, and the battery blew up inside the laptop.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
I would
too.
just keep using it.
Hot laptop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I never thought that was a bomb, but apparently it is. Not to say that that's what happened to the pagers.
How'd
but
they do it? Was it like a remote detonator?
I think they just somewhere intercepted a shipment and added explosives to the pagers.
Yeah, and then they just sold them to everybody at like some discounted rate with
Of
like, come
course,
buy our
great
pager.
deal, great
Yes,
deal for
yes,
you.
no problem. Won't
No
explode.
problem.
No explode for you.
Great. That's more Russian, dude.
Yeah. What's all?
It's
yeah.
really offensive,
Sorry,
actually.
man. I'll go a little more.
Ever-
yeah, sorry.
It's so funny for the Israelis to sell shitty appliances.
Yeah, right.
It's so them. It's so like mall kiosk of them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very much like bark 'em in, get it on their hip, and then yeah.
They love selling the cosmetics at malls, like in the kiosk. Have you ever been to the Dead Sea?
Come here, come
here.
Yes.
Here's a pager.
Very soft for your skin. Very
It's
soft.
also cool that Hezbollah was using pagers too. It's very
Yeah.
throwback.
It's very like trickle down economics working globally. Like whatever tech we had 20 years ago ends up in some country somewhere at some time.
Wait, so you're afraid of batteries now?
Yeah, they can just blow the
Well,
fuck up.
well, that
dude.
was an issue when like this new thing of smartphones came out. It
we
was
have-
happening on planes.
We have one here in the office for the screw gun. And I think about that. I'm like, what the fuck? What if that just blew up, dude?
Well, there was a point where whenever
your
new
drill,
Samsung,
your DeWalt is gonna.
Yeah, the batteries
If
are.
Israel gets hold of it.
They're like bombs.
It's
and
true.
it's random. Occasionally they'll just fail and they
Yeah.
short circuit internally, and then it's like a thermite bomb. They just like start cooking off at like 3,000 degrees.
yeah, that was happening on planes. There was whenever some first Samsung phone came out, they were using that new type of battery, and it wasn't ready for the pressure.
There's
and they
a
were just exploding
comedian who
on
had
planes.
a great joke
Yeah,
about that.
Dan Ninen's classic. You're
Yeah.
kind of wading into his
Sorry, I didn't want to
territory.
step on his toes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, you're stealing Ninen's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched
Classic.
it on the way in.
I heard
so
of the Hezbollah's pagers exploded. Good thing they weren't using the new Samsung Galaxy Note S3. He would do this bit, and then he would have a Canadian accent whenever he said Samsung Galaxy. I've been off his radar for like a decade now. That's probably going to get me back on.
Is he cooking still?
Probably. And he's got to be like 42 years old now at this point.
He's the best.
10 years
comedian.
ago, he was 30. He was 32. Yeah.
Wow, fascinating.
He would do this thing where he would there's these like websites maybe is it Muck Rack is one of them. There's a place for like people that are freelance, you know, they have like freelancing contracts with, I don't know if AP does freelancing, but if you want to write for like Business Insider or something,
Okay.
you can just submit, you know, they'll pay you $200 and you just write an article about something business related if they can get eyes on it.
Right.
And if you're that kind of freelance journalist and you don't have any insight into anything, you can go to these websites and people will be like, you can interview me. I own a lemonade stand in Illinois.
Yeah.
And then he would go on there and he would, you know, like fucking like get journalists to write about him. And then he would tell them he's, you know, call himself millennial comedian. You know, 10 years ago, this was a thing.
Right.
I mean, he was like 57 years old. And then he would get them to publish that he was like 27. And then he would manage his own. But it's also like it doesn't matter. You're an Indian man who does comedy. It's not like.
Well, he's half Indian, half Japanese.
People aren't going to be like, sorry, Toots, you're too old.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like your age isn't hurting you in any way.
No,
So-
exactly. They just
Yeah.
want your perspective.
in fact, to be like in good shape and active and athletic at 57, that's like more.
it's more endearing. It's
It's more. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like if people were like, "Oh, this guy's like, yeah, he looks pretty good for 75."
He does look good.
Yeah.
He
Or-
did.
yeah.
Yeah, he was an active guy. I remember one time we got into it, and he sent me a video of him rollerblading downstairs backwards
It's hard.
to like prove how cool he
In
was.
Central Park or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's.
That's not easy.
I know it's not easy, but
But
yeah.
to
It's
spend
the
the time
gay,
on.
it's the gayest flex of all time.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's the gayest brag of all time.
Check this out, dude. To think you're gonna be cool as you're strapping on rollerblades to impress your friend. That's a tough look. That's a tough look.
Blading.
Yeah, but it was so funny because he would just like he had an enemies list, and you'd be put on his like enemies newsletter basically.
Oh wow.
If you even just like said the things that he did and laughed about it, which
wow.
like were
So we're getting on the list right now. If that,
I don't know if
Nick,
they still
Nick's
exist.
OG list.
Yeah, I think he might be like done with all that.
Yeah.
You know, because I think maybe it blew up at one point.
I think he's done very well, probably.
I think he was already doing well prior to that. I think he had like a corporate job and made a bunch of money and then understood how like corporate event booking works or something. But Joe
Yeah.
Robinson told me, because Joe Robinson was like the first guy that was on his enemies list, I think. And Joe Robinson met him. He was like hosting like a Kurt Shackelford show.
Shout out.
And he told Joe, he's like, I make $300,000 a year doing stand-up. He's like, well, then why are you making $5 tonight?
right.
At Re-Rock.
Well, why are you doing a bar in Clarendon?
Yeah.
And so I guess Joe blogged about him or something, but then he would like go after Joe and criticize Joe all the time and stuff. But and then JL Colvin, that was the other guy that was big.
Yeah.
It was JL Colvin, Joe Robinson, and Josh Homer were like Dan's.
The axis of evil.
Yeah, Dan's top three.
Yeah. His shit list.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Once you start writing lists, you're rarely in the right.
There's this guy, the guy Nick just mentioned, Kurt Shackelford, was a booker in D.C.
Okay.
who had like a 25-page list of rules. And they were like, no do-rags, no sagging pants, no basketball or athletic jerseys. It was basically just like all things.
It was all the rules they came up with
no
after
exposed
segregation.
chains, and it was all in Comic Sans too.
Yeah.
The funny font. Yeah.
And then he had a stoplight.
No
Instead of a regular
chitlins.
light, he had this giant stoplight that he would set up, and he always had an assistant that would work the stoplight. He's also a very nice guy.
Kurt,
Yeah, Kurt, and his shows were good.
his shows were good.
His shows were good, and he put on a good show. And he also didn't actually enforce those rules. It was
I came dressed in. I was FUBU, everything.
I'm a Kurt
Do-rag.
Shackelford.
I did it for civil rights.
Of course.
I'm a Kurt
course.
Shackelford apologist.
Yeah, I
feel,
can't believe you like.
I feel
that
that
guy was a dickhead.
he only made those rules because he thought, well, you're supposed to have rules. He was just trying to create an air of legitimacy rather than be any kind of authoritarian in that situation. Because I never saw him enforce them.
He wanted the show to be pro.
If those rules were real, Sonny Fuller would have never have done. You know what I mean? And he would book everybody. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
No do-rags, no sports jersey. That's just funny.
I was wearing Woo Wear. And
Right.
Nietzsche. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. What was the one with the rhino?
Mark Echo.
Echo. Yeah.
Echo, yeah.
That guy had a crazy career.
What was his deal?
I always assumed that he was a businessman that got into that, but no, he's just a white guy that liked graffiti or something, and then he was like, "What if I made clothes?" And then he
I
did.
always thought it was the black guy from Shark Tank.
No.
What did Damon own? FUBU, was it?
It was
Fubu,
the
yeah.
Cosby sweater line. It was like sweaters.
Fuji?
Fubu.
No, that's Coogee.
Coogee.
Come on,
I
dude.
thought that was pussy.
You're from Boston. You know nothing about the culture.
No, I don't. I specifically was taught not to.
It was so funny when I was there. I was like, it's a city. I was like, where are the black people? And they were like, oh, we keep them in a neighborhood called Jamaica.
Yeah, that's where I was born, Jamaica Plain.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
You know the
That and
Jamaica,
It's called
Roxbury.
Jamaica?
Jamaica
the
Plain,
Jamaica-
JP. Yeah.
the Jamaica
Yeah.
in New York, like Jamaica in Queens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Queens,
it's
yeah.
Indian.
It's the name is not. It has nothing to do with the island. It's,
Really?
Oh, really?
It's a Native American word that just happens to sound exactly like
Huh.
Jamaica. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
no, yeah.
weird neighborhood. Have you been out there before?
Only to like transfer on the Long Island
Long
Railroad,
Island Railroad. Yeah,
Yeah,
me
same.
too. Yeah, but it's bizarre out there.
which I love that. Whenever you can you get the LIRR from JFK if you're going to Bed-Stuy.
Yeah.
You can get on that train and it's just 2 stops, so they won't check your ticket. Sometimes they do, but it's like a free trip.
That's great. Free trip to Jamaica.
And it saves a bunch of time to go from like JFK to Nostrand.
Yeah, it's very fast.
Yeah.
Also, there's a bar at the Jamaica train station.
Oh, really?
LIRR. Yeah, I've had a couple White Claws there before.
That's good.
Yeah.
Get a little fucked
I
up.
felt like a
before you hit.
business traveler.
Yeah.
Have you been to
Yeah,
the
White Claws.
TWA hotel?
I did right before I went to Ireland for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stunning.
The other one is, and it's unfortunate because it's now a Spirit Airlines terminal, but the
Terminal 1 at LaGuardia.
yeah, the Marine Aviation Terminal.
It is the weirdest place in New York.
Well, it's a terminal from the 1930s.
Oh, and it's still like
Yeah, it's this
locked
it's
in
this
time.
round Art Deco building, and it was for the Boeing Clippers that Pan Am used to run across the Atlantic.
Okay.
So they used to before. In the 30s, they didn't have like big jetliners, mainly because they didn't want to. You have to pour a shit ton of fucking concrete for the runways, and concretes aren't like, or runways aren't. It's not like a road. It has to be, the grade has to be like fucking perfect. There can't be any imperfections.
Yeah.
So it's a big cost. So they didn't have those. So that was the main reason that flying boats were ideal for transatlantic travel.
Okay.
But then they had to build all those runways for World War II anyways.
Right.
So-
So now they're here, so use them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then those boat planes are actually not particularly safe.
Like the ones that just like land on the
They
water.
Like the
land
one
on- or
balloon
the ones
flies.
from the 30s, like the flying boats.
Yeah, the actual
the big ones.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
they used to have these big.
Yeah, it's Spirit Airways and Boston flights too.
They go out of
Yeah,
that
the ones that
terminal?
go to like Cape Cod and Boston.
But yeah,
Oh,
the,
okay.
the,
All those,
term,
like,
the
smaller
terminal's still there,
planes.
but
Terminal A.
it used to just
Yeah,
be
I'm-
for Pan
I
Am's.
go to LaGuardia a lot, but I've never been.
Apparently,
in that
you're a
terminal.
megabus guy.
Yeah, I'm a big megabus guy.
You gotta take that flight. It's awesome.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, but it feels like you're in Ohio in like a regional airport.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I like
just
that.
yeah. There's like murals of like like Charles Lindbergh looking ass motherfuckers.
That's fun. I
Yeah.
like getting like locked back in time like that. You're just walking through it because there's a few like even subway stations in New York that feel like that. They're like,
all
this one
the
has not
subway
been
stations
renovated
are old
and-
as shit. You know what
Yeah.
building I love? Anytime I go to Philly, I take the Amtrak. That 30th Street station.
Oh yeah,
That's a
yeah.
gorgeous building.
Yeah, on the east or west side,
Huh?
on the other side of the Schuylkill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice there. What's your favorite train?
My favorite train, probably the N train.
Come
Ooh,
on, brother.
controversial
I know,
choice.
I
Why
know.
are you just coming here trying to make nasty jokes?
I'm trying to make hot clips, dude.
Dude, I want to apologize to also someone. I read a DM as I was flying back to America, but it was a guy who's a driver for the Tube, for the London Underground, and he offered me a ride along. And I didn't see it when I was there, but I would have done it. That sounds awesome.
Well, hold
that'd
on,
be
hold
cool.
on. Do you mean just taking the subway? I don't know. What do you mean
but
a ride
I'd be
along?
in the conductor. I'd be in the.
Oh, okay.
I'd be in the conductor area.
It's public transportation. Imagine a bus driver being like, "How about a ride along?"
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a
free?
kid that gets to meet the pilot and get the wings.
yeah,
But I get to do it on a train, on a subway
your
train.
little subway tube fucking
It'd be so cool.
pin. Yeah.
So this is the mechanism I use to start and go, and that's about it.
I can't believe that the
You've heard
famine
about that
was-
autistic black guy that breaks into all the trains and pretends to be an operator
No, here.
in New York.
he's
He's
gotten
been
arrested
arrested
like
like 7
yeah.
times. He's autistic, and he'll like disguise himself as an MTA worker, get on the train, and then run the usual route.
Why don't they just hire him?
And he
because that's not
drives
how the
them
city works.
perfectly too.
I had an announcement
He
today
does a
that said they
great
were
job.
hiring. I'm like, just bring the guy in if he wants the job that bad.
Black
He clearly loves
autism
trains.
is kind of its own special.
No, he's in
It's
Riker.
a new part of the spectrum.
There was
It's like
another
Black
guy.
Twitter.
There was a black autistic guy in Florida that was pretending
That
to be
doctor.
an OBGYN.
I
yeah.
love that kid.
See,
Yeah.
that
His-
makes sense to pretend to be.
Yeah.
His headshot was awesome. Do you remember that kid?
No, I haven't heard of this. There was a dude pretending to be an
There's like a
OBGYN.
14-year-old
Mhm.
who like got a lab coat and he had like a headshot like this. He was like going to hospitals and telling people he was a pussy doctor. Honestly, he's the coolest kid I've ever
That's
met.
what you pretend to be when
It's-
that's a good autism.
It's crazy
right
with
there.
all the security and like you're constantly surveilled and all of these things. So much of like you can do anything if you have the right uniform and a badge that looks even
Totally.
somewhat real.
Especially in a hospital. There's so many people coming and going. You show up in scrubs. they'll
Fucking
let you go anywhere
airports,
you want.
dude. You can just dress up like a pilot and walk anywhere the fuck you want.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least the airport you have to have a badge. Feels like in the hospitals, no
But they
one
don't
checks
check them.
anything.
You see, I mean, you get your TSA. You see people, especially at JFK.
Yeah,
It's like there's a million employees. It's the lady that's like, I work at Dunkin'
yeah.
Donuts.
You can just put that dude's headshot the fucking
Yeah, right.
in a little arm sleeve. Walk right through.
Did you want to be a comedian when you were a kid?
I always thought about it. Like I loved comedy. I first listened to it when I was probably like 11 or 12 or something like that. But I was
Pablo Francisco.
I love Pablo Francisco.
Yeah.
I love like Brian Regan was
I
one
mean,
of the first guys
Pablo's
to stand
so
out.
When I was
funny,
11
dude.
or 12, he was my favorite comedian.
He's
Yeah,
so
that
funny.
Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger little tortilla
Little
boy.
tortilla boy.
Yeah, the
I
little
like-
tortilla boy.
That premium blend was like
so good.
that used to hit
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah, especially because he was so out there compared to a lot of other guys. He really stood out with like that big act out and the voices and everything
The
like
Latino clown. I'm
Yeah.
referring to every Hispanic comedian.
The Latino,
the Latino clown.
the jester.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was a baseball player for when I was a kid. Like I played into college and stuff like that. And
You played D1.
no D2. Yeah, I know. I should have known earlier that it
You
wasn't.
know
gonna
our
work
boy over
out.
there, D1.
Well, yeah, I mean, just with his size, you put him in D1.
Does he
no
like?
matter what.
Does he like sun you about it?
For the
A little
audience
bit,
at home,
yeah.
Pete is 730 pounds.
Yeah.
So
And
when
an 8'4".
He did
People
D1
mention his-
sumo.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
He was D1 sumo.
It's gotta suck to be a big fat guy and think like, oh, I'm gonna do sumo and I'll be good at it because all the big guys are big fat guys, and then you suck at it. You're like, it's like the one thing you could have maybe have done, and no. Now you're just some asshole wearing a diaper,
Yeah,
throwing
yeah,
salt
you
all over the
trained
room.
and did the
Yeah.
whole thing.
just sadly eating the salt.
Now
I've
yeah,
actually
the-
been watching sumo lately. I've
Yeah,
gotten
you
into
see
it
that
over the
Aaron
last year.
Donald clip
Aaron Donald? No.
from the NFL?
no.
Or
I
they had
haven't
like
seen-
Micah Parsons. They had someone from the NFL. It was Micah Parsons like fight one of the sumo guys.
Oh, really?
Who won? By the sumo?
I mean,
Damn,
it makes
we
sense.
We gotta teach them boys to protect the goddamn quarterback.
Fucking A.
Why
yeah,
haven't
what-
sumo guys become offensive linemen? They will after that. I would have had that idea if I was GM.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I would have had that idea
Isn't
10
it all
years
kind
ago.
of
Yeah.
locked up by Samoans?
It's a lot of Samoans. It's a lot of farm boys.
It's crazy that like Dwayne Johnson is what happens if like a Samoan person goes on a diet. You know what I mean?
They could all be the Rock.
Like if they just started counting calories, yeah, they could be fucking basically
Download
Barack
my fitness
Obama.
app
Yeah.
and yeah, keep the tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
It'll all look good.
They could be that
But
or
no.
Bruno Mars.
yeah.
Too many
It depends
pina
on your
colada
s- Your
Slurpees.
stock scale, yeah.
Apparently, Bruno Mars is a like. Everyone around Vegas is
Yeah,
like
I've heard
he
this.
is a degenerate
Yeah,
gambler.
I've heard he's working the rest of his contract for free because he's already
well,
spent
he
all
makes
that money.
10 million on a show, and then the casino has it back within 2 hours.
Yeah, and I think he's so far under right now that he's just trying to make up his debt with these shows that he's doing. So I don't even know if he's seeing any. At least that's what.
How
I've been hearing
bad
out
could you be at gambling? I mean, I guess like gambling is impossible. Besides at mybookie.com,
right? Where you get a free bet, especially if you miss that
I
first
don't think
one.
I've won anything ever.
I've had a couple lucky things, but I'm doing all very low stakes. I go there with like $100 or a couple
Penny
$100
slots.
and try and see, or play a couple hands of blackjack or throw some money on a roulette table or something. But
I've never had even the slightest interest. I've been in a
It's
casino
horrible.
and I'm like, well, the lights are pretty,
the feeling of
but I'm not
losing
going to lose money.
is
It
worse
feels
than the feeling
terrible.
of winning. Like
Yeah.
you don't feel as good as how bad you
You're
feel.
like,
when
I
you lose.
had $20 1 second ago.
Yeah.
When I was
yeah.
like a drunk, I would like relate it to because I had friends that would gamble, and it's like if I opened up the fridge every day and I'm like, oh, I hope I get drunk today,
Yeah,
and I
right.
drank 30 beers and nothing happened, You know what I mean? Then I wouldn't be an alcoholic. I
Yeah,
don't
you weren't
underst-
even drunk. And
Yeah,
the
right.
beers didn't even
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Well, now I've gained 35 pounds,
Great.
and I wasted my money.
yeah.
It would just wouldn't. I don't understand. Yeah.
Yeah, especially like for a guy like that where you're dealing with everything. Like you're doing, like you said, multiple $1 million in shows a year, and
He's
then
so
to
talented.
give it
too.
away like that. You're working at like the Dolby. It's like a high tech fucking theater that you're working in
Uh-huh.
every night, and to just give all that money away, it's like, what are you doing this for? Like, do you ever win? Like,
He was
what's
an addict. That's what he's
I
doing.
get that. I get that. Yeah, I'm just yelling at a guy who's addicted.
I don't
to
understand how
something.
you lose $10 million
he's-
in 2 hours.
Two $5
They have,
million
like,
hands of blackjack.
And they'll like treat you well too. So they'll
Of
be
course.
like, if you're a high roller, they'll like give you the
Yeah, but
best.
they'll
Yeah,
treat
you're in the
they'll treat
penthouse,
you.
free
They'll also
meals.
they'll treat
They'll
you
give you
well if you're
pussy.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah, if you're just performing at the venue, you
Yeah.
get treated like a star.
you don't
as
have
well.
to lose all your money right away.
yeah.
That can't be true. He can't.
Caleb has the bug. I went to like the Win in
Caleb
Boston.
has AIDS.
He has HIV.
Yeah.
I went to
Tough.
the Win in Boston and he was down like $200 and he's like, I'm like, bro, I'm tired. Like, let's go. He's like, I just need to. And he puts his hands to the slots like this.
Oh
and he
God!
feels the aura, and then he went on a fucking. What was it? Big Bang Theory? Or no, Big Bang Theory was what Josh Androsky.
Androsky won $1 million.
It was one of the. It was like a TV show.
Did you hear about this?
No.
Josh Androsky was doing like, I don't know. I think there's like a club in Palm Springs or something. And he's not a gambler at all. He's like, oh, there's a Big Bang Theory slot machine. How funny is that?
Yeah.
Puts a quarter in, wins $1 million fucking dollars.
What the fuck? Like
Yeah.
one of those progressive jackpot type things that are insane. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, like Caleb felt the aura.
Couldn't
of
have happened to a nicer guy, by the way.
Great
If
guy.
That's like what I feel like. Literally anybody else, I'd be like, I'm never speaking to that.
Yeah,
fucking person
right.
again.
No,
You
that's
know?
good. That's
Yeah.
good at least. Yeah.
And he hit. He got his money back.
Wow. Wow.
It worked.
That's amazing.
He's real magic.
Dude, there is
Oh no, it was like it was an Asian themed one. It was like Red Dragon.
Dragon Link
Yeah,
or
yeah.
one of them. Yeah. no,
Red Dragon Karate. Something or
Yeah.
other.
I've gotten into there's
It's nice that all the slot machines are themed as like things that you could hate if you lose. You know,
Fuck
it's
Big
either
Bang
China
Theory.
yeah,
or Sheldon.
Chinese
you
took
know?
all my
And then-
money.
Right.
Fuck the mentalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune can suck my dick. Fuck you, Pat Sajak. Yeah, no, I've it's been showing up on my feed a lot more just because I've been in Vegas a lot of dudes that are like that's a big thing right now.
You
in-
go to Vegas a lot?
just for shows and stuff.
Where,
like
did you
that.
do Skanks Fest?
You went to Skanks?
No,
Which,
I'm
by
do-
the way, if you're in
That's this
Vegas,
coming weekend.
Skanks Fest is this weekend.
Yeah, get tickets.
I will not be there. Neither will
Neither
I
of
won't
us
be there
will.
either, yeah.
Not yeah.
No, I'll do like the
I'm
Cellar
from
and
there.
Brad Garrett's and stuff like that.
How are they? It's
Great.
tough.
The shows are great.
I've always heard it's tough with tourists.
I
'Cause
mean-
they're like so drunk.
It depends on the show. I mean, the good thing about Brad Garrett's they do one show a night. It's one 8 o'clock show, so you don't
Raymond.
exactly.
Does he do that?
Now, where did he
He
get
does-
the money for that club? Because he was the guy on Everybody Loves
For
Raymond. You know what
I
I
mean, that show is massive, and I think he
yeah,
also.
but how do you get the club for? Because it's his club, right?
Yeah, it's his club. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had it there for a while, like for a long time. I think he rode that wave out
Was
of
he
that. and-
in something prior to Everybody Loves Raymond?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
And he was doing stand up and
Thanks.
stuff like that. Like he was a proper stand up. But
stand
then,
up money isn't buy a fucking casino.
No,
money.
I mean now it
I
might,
think
but-
they like branded it. I think it's probably like a brand deal that he signed with
Yeah, but
them.
what investment
doesn't
group
own
is
it.
like? You know what the theme should be? The brother from
From
Everyone Loves
Raymond.
Raymond. That's not even one of the slot machines. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, right,
It's like-
right. Betty
It
White's got a
wasn't
slot
like,
machine.
Yeah, right. It wasn't like the brother from Everybody Loves Raymond slot machine.
Yeah.
So how would they go whole casino? I don't.
The shows
understand.
are good there.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
pretty. I mean, it's
I just don't want
It's
to go
like
because I
any-
want to avoid my family. That's it. Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean it's still very much you're dealing with a lot of tourists and a lot of people from all over, but you don't deal. It's certain clubs are
Well,
worse
I
than
just
others
have my
for dealing with
dad in the
drunk
front row,
assholes.
just being like, "You're a disappointment.
Yeah,
Why did you do this?" No,
yeah. That'll
he's a
make
great
up
guy.
for anything else.
No, he's a
yeah,
great guy.
Yeah.
There's a Wise Guys too in Vegas, right?
Yeah, they just opened a new room up there, so I think they have 2 different rooms.
Yeah, your
now
dad
in
wouldn't say
Vegas.
that, but he would do this. He would be like,
My dad came to Funny Moms one week and nearly died from an asthma attack.
Whoa.
And thank God, some girl in the front row had an inhaler and saved my father's life.
Wow. While you were on stage?
While I was on
Just
stage,
helpless doing nothing.
my dad almost died. I was like, "Does anyone have a
"Isn't
ster-"
it sad?" He thought he was laughing.
Yeah, I
It
was like, finally.
Yeah.
It like felt like scoring a game-winning, like a walk-off home run.
Yeah.
And my dad's dying. I killed my father.
You're celebrating in your mind. Yeah.
Harry's, right? Harry's razors, guys. Do you shave?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. Bare down to the baby's bottom. Yeah.
You're a swimmer. That's right, right?
Of course. Yeah.
You
Swam
can't
my
have
whole
any
life.
drag.
No, not at all. Especially with my physique.
First base?
I was a catcher.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause. Pause. Catcher.
Come on.
It's like,
Yeah.
you're like
Like
you're the
gay.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Harry's. Host Adlib, tell a funny story about a time that a joke didn't land. Oh, just now.
Just now.
Oh,
Great,
okay.
Perfect.
Maybe you bombed on stage or couldn't impress on a date. Keep it
What
light.
the hell is up with these copywriters?
What does that have to do with
They get
shame?
real specific about
They're
your
like-
past.
I think they're just coded insults in there, or just
Or the-
straightforward.
Yeah,
or
what
it's
is it?
Chat GPT. They're like, what would these two guys say about?
I don't
having
think
to
it's
shave their
specific to
balls?
us. I think it goes out to every.
No, I
Every-
think it's because this next
Well,
line.
it's at least specific to comedy.
The next line is Adam Friedland freeloaded off the talents of Nick Mullen and Stavros Halkias for years, but everyone knows that not every.
Yeah, they're sending that
Yeah,
to
no, that is
Theo Vaughn.
general.
They're not
That's
sending
general.
that to everyone.
Has to be.
The West Coast guys are getting that. Bobby
of
Bobby
course.
Lee has that.
Yeah, spread
Yeah.
the word.
Bobby Lee's
Bobby Lee's sitting there
Fighter and the Kid are
barely wearing a beanie, saying those exact words.
just doing an Asian minstrelsy for.
Yeah. He's like, "Who the fuck
Cheeto?"
is Adam Friedland? Who the fuck is that?"
Oh, New York guy. Those guys say anything. New York guy. Those guys really say anything. But Harry. Okay, everyone knows in the comedy world. Everyone in the comedy world knows not every joke delivers, but Harry's always does.
Mm.
Unlike my joke about, what did you play in baseball?
Catcher.
Homo.
Switched to pitcher after
Oh,
last couple years.
straight.
Yeah. Went to fucking
Is it true what they say about that they're all sociopaths?
baseball players.
Pitchers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're
Yeah,
psychopaths.
there's an ego to it for sure, and you're
Don't
separate
they
from
say
the
there's
rest of the
certain
team.
jobs where
It's-
they're like everybody that does that is a psychopath?
yeah,
Surgeon and pitcher.
pitcher. Those are
Trevor
the big two.
Bauer, that guy is actually it was a false accusation, right?
Yeah,
Right?
with
Did he-
Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, with Trevor Bauer.
What was the accusation?
Something with
With him being a
sexual,
crazy. Oh, I don't know.
sexual something.
When it comes to that with athletes, I'm like, yeah, probably.
No,
they're
no.
all animals.
No, come on.
Oh,
They're athletes.
sorry. Yeah, right. All lies. Everybody's a great.
They're
they're fucking
come
everything
on,
that
dude.
moves. What are you talking about? That's why you become a professional baseball player.
Okay, so Harry's always delivers. They send the best quality razors right to your door for a fraction of the price. And by the way, they wanted us to say that every athlete who's ever been accused was okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. Better designed shaving products at a better price is no joke. It's Harry's. I've had an experience with Harry's. It's phenomenal. It's taken off all the hairs. It felt great, and I got pussy off of it
Hell yeah.
from a girl. Because my face was, she said, you have a face of a boy. There's
Yeah.
no hairs. And that's what I'm attracted to.
And she was into that. Yeah.
She was into it, yeah. Describe the quality of the product. What do you think, Nick?
No, I think it's fucking awesome.
What about the deodorants, lotions, body wash, hair gels, etc.?
I'm loaded up, dude. I'm slick right now. I'm
Dude, Harry's
my
head
man's
to toe.
completely
slick. My man's
wet
slick.
in lotions. I've got
How-
so many lotions on right now.
You look supple.
Yeah, deodorants. I'm like
So many
soaking wet, just covered in lotion.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, yeah. My man like a slip and slide. Yeah.
It's nice.
How did it make you feel, Nick? How did it smell?
It smelled great. I love the smell. I love the smell of the lotions and the way they feel on my skin. I love the razor. I love it. You can barely feel it. Just glides over everything, and then you don't have any. There's no stubble. There's no shadow.
Uh-huh.
Great.
I feel like I don't have to shave for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But I do, of course, because that's not how the body works.
Without naming other brands, how does it compare to alternatives that you've tried?
Well, the alternatives are bad. I
Yeah.
guess I'd say that.
I wouldn't even say their names.
Yeah.
Guys, here's what makes Harry's unbeatable in terms of value. German engineered blades. You know
Mm.
what they did over there.
Yeah. Good
And
with
they
the
they make them in their own factory, and they stay sharp longer.
Great.
That's what they say about the Germans.
That's a
Yeah,
cool
'cause
job.
They stay sharp.
Working in the blades factory.
blade.
Yeah. There's a lot of group texts about going to the gathering of the Juggalos at the Blades factory.
Yeah. What are you doing this weekend?
Oh, I guess, yeah, it would be in Germany.
Yeah. Well,
So
we have
some-
to see the Juggalos.
Do they have, I guess Oktoberfest is as close as you get to that
Yeah.
in Germany.
Yeah, less
Mhm.
face paint, but still as much energy.
I remember as a kid I'm like, oh, man, I can't wait to go to Oktoberfest. And I didn't know what it was. I just heard the word, and I thought it was like there'd be Halloween candy
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah.
costumes and
Haunted
stuff.
house.
And then it's just German people like trying different types of pepper
Yeah,
and
it's
drinking beer.
Leather
suspenders
shorts.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really stupid stuff.
Yeah. Big rallies, huge speeches.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of rallying a whole nation
Duck
behind one
walking.
idea. And
Yeah. You can get a 5-blade
Were
razor.
Hitler's rallies free, or did you have to like buy a ticket to go see
they were
Hitler?
a bringer.
Yeah,
if
he
you bring
barked.
10
He
people
had to
to the
bark.
rally, you'll get a free pin.
No, I wanted. Did you have to like buy a ticket to go see Hitler?
I don't know. That's a good
Is
question.
there somebody with that like in their journal?
Yeah,
like
he
the
made
tickets?
75 million Deutschmarks on
Yeah.
the road that year.
Yeah. What was the gate?
He was basically the Matt Rife of his day.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
Did I tell you I had a dream that he
about
was,
Matt Rife that you were kissing him?
that he was good, that he like got good at stand up, and I was like trying to explain to people.
You
I'm
had a
like, no,
dream
it's something's changed. Yeah,
He's on fire.
yeah. I don't know what that dream
It
was.
clicked.
Yeah, I'm like, no, he's like self-aware now, and there's like,
What a dream.
it's just a general idea of redemption, I
Right.
guess. Yeah.
Guys, they have a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover for just $3 at harrys.com/TAFS. That's get started at harrys.com with a $13 trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/TAFS. That's harrys.com/TAFS for the $3 trial set.
Harrys.com/TAFS. Adam, are you in town this weekend?
Yes.
Can you feed my cat?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You wouldn't trust me to do it.
Well, you're all the way in Queens. I gotta find somebody. I even feel bad asking because he's all the way in Fort Greene.
I thought you have the automatic feeder.
I can't. She can't use it anymore because her teeth got removed. She can't. She can only
So
have
what do I
wet
have
food.
to do? Chew it and spit it in the mouth?
No, you just open
like
the
a bird?
can of wet food. It's Hill Science Diet Senior Vitality. I'm spending like $100 a month now on cat food.
We gotta get him to sponsor the show.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. The vet recommended it, but
I'm
she's,
sorry about your
she's
cat.
doing a lot better.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
No.
got her teeth removed.
No teeth. Come on, we all know what that means.
So, yeah, what else is in the news? So, you're a Zionist. You're
Yeah, I'm a Zionist.
Yeah, yeah.
Hardcore. have
What's
been
your
my whole
favorite part of it?
It's mostly how it makes me feel, I would say, and
Mhm.
superiority, and
Mhm.
just feeling like my position
Superiority
in
of
society is
what?
secured. Just of being, of self, and what the fuck?
I don't know. So, you're from Southie Projects.
Yeah, born and raised Southie Projects.
What's it like there? It's like all white people?
Yeah, it's all whites. We made sure that it's hardcore. You know, a lot of people fucking going around slapping each other's clocks and then calling them and shit.
Does it upset you when people make a joke about the bombing?
Like the marathon bombing?
The marathon bombing.
I mean, no, I don't. I think anything's open to
You're like a
jokes.
free speech kind
Yeah, say whatever
Yeah.
you want, but it should be funny.
Do you think
It's not offensive
Do you think
to-
Tsarnaev should be getting the death penalty or no?
I don't know. I think the death penalty is interesting. A lot of me wants to like have people serve their time. I think a lot of people do stuff like that thinking that they're going to die at the end of it. The school shooters and stuff like that. They're like, "Oh, I'll just do this and then I'll die." It's like, no, now you should have to kind of live with that for a
No,
little
but
bit.
he's gonna get.
I think they
pussy,
should put
right?
him-
as a martyr.
They should put him in a zoo. There's only
Right.
like 300 Chechens.
The
in
zoo would be
America.
nice. We can go check them out.
I know it
exhibit.
sounds
in an
racist, but if
octagon.
there's only 300 of a type of person, they belong in the zoo.
Right. At least a few of them, so we
Right,
can
yeah.
study
Yeah.
and give them their
If it were
environments.
1890, that's what we would do.
Chechens, Boston Brahmins. Yeah,
Boston Brahmins.
yeah, they're like 300 probably left.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
there's,
have a little enclosure with
Yeah.
Adidas track pants
right
and a
Yeah.
Sony Walkman, like weights made out of car parts.
places for them to squat around.
Yeah,
and
right.
Stare at people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
Just
would work
listening
out.
to the theme song from the 1995 Mortal Kombat.
Well, people
movie.
think zoos are sad
Ah,
anyway.
fucking awesome, cool music, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Chechnya number one. This is the one song we have.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I'd pay for that. I'm not
Yeah.
going to go to a real zoo, but I'd pay for that.
I would love that.
No one
And
wants
then
to see a
next
sad
him,
gorilla, but to
and
see
then
some Chechnyans.
Next to him, a baboon. You
Oh,
wa-
it's all mixed together.
Yeah, you
It's
watch
all-
him. Yeah.
Yeah, you go
well,
from
the
the-
primate
The
house.
Chechens got into the baboon enclosure.
They're all still jacking
They're
off.
doing MMA against them.
Yeah, one of our zookeepers got arm barred by one of the Chechens.
They can't stop doing MMA.
She was feeding him. It's a spice dust that they eat there.
Did you
His
see?
favorite spice. They had a delicacy in Chechnya, which is the contents of a vacuum bag, spiced beyond comprehension.
It's delicious. Did you see that zoo in China that had dogs painted as pandas? And
No.
they're like
They also
just
had
clearly
people in bear costumes.
Yeah, I saw that one. This was
Yeah.
like just straight up like Burmese mountain dogs.
Yeah, and they just painted.
And they
them
just
like
painted them like that,
They
and
said
they
they
were
were
they were like, yeah, people said they were barking, that the bears were
Yeah,
barking.
well,
in the
because China
enclosure.
can make way more money just selling or renting the pandas.
Yeah, they
To
give
everywhere
us
else.
the pandas. I
no,
thought.
they
Yeah.
lease us the pandas.
Wait, we have to pay
We
for
pay.
Ling Ling?
Oh
for,
yeah.
for the one that they had in D.C.
But they took it back when they were mad at us, right?
I think it was because it was leased, and we paid like $10 million for that panda.
No, we
Ah.
didn't.
Now here's the rule. No, we did. And
No,
here's-
we didn't.
Here's the rule: if the panda, like it's like they work like people, where if the panda gives birth here, you get to keep it. So that's why they're always trying to make the pandas.
Oh, an anchor baby.
That's why they're always trying to make the pandas fuck. It's not because they're like, oh, we don't have enough pandas. It's because we get to keep the panda,
Oh,
and then it helps
interesting.
zoo revenue.
That is the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That we're trying to make fucking pandas fuck each other to stick it to China.
Yeah, and just be like, they're endangered. That's why we're doing it. It's like, no, it's because the repo guy's gonna come take.
There's a
fucking
fucking
pandas.
lesbian lady that works at that zoo that's in charge of like getting them in the mood. there's Kevin James looking leslie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just showing up with Chinese themed
I never
slot
saw a
machines.
Zookeeper. Was that a good one?
Is that a Kevin James movie?
Yeah. It was after Paul Blart. They gave him a different job.
Oh, really? No,
Yeah.
I only saw the Matt Damon zoo movie.
We Bought a Zoo.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a Boston movie.
I don't think it's a boss. Anything with Matt Damon's a fucking Boston
It should
movie,
be.
but,
Yeah, Talented Mr. Rips.
Elysium.
Boston.
guy.
Elysium, Boston.
At least.
Yeah, born
Are
Yeah.
you speaking Spanish? Doesn't he speak Spanish in that movie?
in Elysium.
Yeah, como está?
Como está?
Doesn't he speak Spanish in Elysium for like a minute?
I don't
Have
remember.
you seen that clip of that movie Denzel's in where he it's
Hurricane.
been going around
No, I don't think so.
where they cast him in the 80s as an East London guy.
Is he putting the accent on?
I'm just gonna play it for you guys.
They did that. They would put America, because America has like movie stars. We didn't
Yeah.
have like actors, and then they would like send the movie stars, or just do them domestically, have them play like a British person, an Australian person,
Right.
and then it would be like laughable.
Which I'm fine with that. I mean, there's enough British guys coming to play Americans that I think.
Yeah,
you
but
can
they
pull it
they
off.
spend a bunch of time with like a private tutor.
Yeah,
that
and
get,
learn how
like,
to,
so they
like-
have like the subtle nuances of
Right.
I
And
mean,
they just go, oh yeah, I'm Denzel Washington.
Tony Collette in fucking Sixth Sense is crazy.
I watched the submarine movie, the Denzel. What's that? It's a Crimson Tide on the plane.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So dope.
Yeah.
So dope.
Mhm.
It's about mutiny.
Okay.
On
On
a-
a submarine.
Yeah, no chicks.
Fuck
So
yeah, dude.
us,
That's
dude.
the sickest fucking.
So us.
Sounds
I
awesome.
hate it when there's a chick
Ugh.
in a movie.
I tried to have a little like submarine movie. I was like, I'm gonna do a submarine
Down Periscope?
movie afternoon, and I started with Das Boot, which is a slog. That is such a fucking boring movie, and so I just stopped there. I was like, I can't believe I just sat here and tried to watch Das Boot again.
And then just watch the Ocean Gate footage.
I should have
and
just
stuff.
watched Down Periscope.
Down Periscope is so funny.
Das Boot might be the worst submarine movie. And it's crazy because everyone's like, oh, this is the best one. Down Periscope is the worst submarine movie. It's literally better than Das Boot.
Are they comedies? Are they meant to be comedies? Or is
No,
it-
Das Boot's German. There's nothing funny
Oh
about it.
yeah. I thought-
Have you seen any submarine movies?
I don't know if I have. Not any
Yeah.
like that are based around the entirety of the submarine.
K-19, The Widowmaker, U-571, Das Boot, Down Periscope, Crimson Tide, Hunt for Red October.
Hunt for Red October I have seen, but
Yeah.
it's been so long. Yeah, it's interesting to put together a submarine based evening for yourself.
Well, there's
and
not a
then
lot of them.
Bail on it.
Well, it was more like a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
weekend kind of marathon.
Got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's actually really good is that fucking Tom Hanks Greyhound movie that he made for like Apple TV.
Yeah, I saw some clips of that, but I haven't seen the whole series.
It's great. Well, it's just one movie.
It's just a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
And it's funny. I didn't watch it forever because I would confuse it with there's a Nicolas Cage movie that came out like 2 years prior that's like The Boat Man. You know, it's like it's just he's like a
It's just Nicolas.
it's some naval Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
That I had to turn off. There's another one that came out around the same time. It's Nicolas Cage is like an ex-CIA officer that gets dementia. So
Oh,
he's,
wow.
yeah, he's like he can't be in the CIA anymore because he has memory problems.
Yeah.
And
But that's not going to stop it.
that movie's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to see Nicolas Cage still working because he really had an era there where it felt like he was in everything. And
Yeah.
then he kind of disappeared. Him and Ben Fraser felt like disappeared at about the same time.
Well, the
And
guy
now-
really loves working.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
now it seems like they're all coming back around. I think.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Little Ben Fraser.
Well, is Brendan Fraser in things or is he just the whale?
He did The Whale, and I mean, I know he got that big standing ovation at the French Film Festival. I don't know if that was for The Whale or for
French
some other
people love
obscure
clapping.
thing.
They fucking clap for everything.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
They clap for Air Bud.
Air Bud's worth
Air
clapping
Bud
for.
won Cannes, and the French people were asking the dog questions.
So what was it
Yeah.
like to score the game winning?
Do you think there is a metaphysical quality to the dog it's play basketball? Sure. Okay, thank you. My smart question
Yes,
was validated, which
perfect. I
makes
am
me smart.
An expert in this field.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. You know what I saw today? Actually, that was they used the first suicide booth ever today. Have you seen that?
That just came up.
Yeah, I just saw that this morning. That it was like a 57-year-old woman or something.
No, they've had them though. This isn't new.
But this is the first one that they like
Oh,
used
actually
officially, like
used.
under law.
and then so it just like floods with nitrogen or
I
something.
think so. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a space capsule.
And then
They
you
just
you
load
put
in.
it on like the edge of a cliff so that people can like look at the sunset or something.
Yeah, something like that. Something nice. I mean, why not just put a screen in there or something?
That's
but-
terrifying. Turn me into a robot. Turn me into a killing machine.
Also, there's so many fun ways to kill yourself. That's how you know you're really
No,
depressed.
people
is
are
when
like,
you're-
"Would you upload your brain to a computer?" Absolutely, as
Yeah,
long as the
course.
computer is a killing machine.
right, or at least has the ability to become one at the right time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I don't
just
want to
felt-
fucking die, dude. That sounds like it sucks.
Dying is
Yeah.
the scariest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I was saying there's a suicide booth they just used for the first time. Like you just load into the capsule, and they're using them up in Canada. They just like made them legal.
Oh,
So
I thought you
could
meant Eric Adams was setting them up.
We couldn't
Well-
do that in America because it's like the second they put a black woman in one of those things, it's like
Oh yeah.
that's genocide.
There's riots.
You know what I
there's-
mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we're
like,
one crazy.
even if
leader
she made
away.
the decision herself, it's
Right.
like who told her about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not that I
yeah.
think that she would use it, but the optics of that would be
It would be tough.
that would be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
If
that's,
like
that's the only reason.
if California killed a black woman in a pod, and they're like, we helped her.
yeah. Yeah, that's a slippery narrative.
Yeah.
I would love it if Mayor Adams was like,
That's probably why they're installing Kamala so they can roll out the pods.
Roll out the pods.
And they'll be like, "What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Oh, you don't like
One
the
of them's-
Trump loss?
One of them's president.
Yeah.
It's not a genocide."
One of them's president.
I always thought that. I never understood when that Will Smith movie came out, the I Robot, the Asimov movie.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't play the robot in it.
Well, he has a part of him is a robot that gets revealed later.
Yeah,
that, like,
I
his
always
arm
thought
or
about that. It's like
something
if we
is-
ever had androids, they couldn't be black people
Why you think?
because you can't just like be like, "Oh no, they're not slave." Well, we don't pay them.
Yeah, right.
They're black for some
yeah, it
reason.
looks bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, that'll
it
be
looks
the
bad.
new. That's like the new race that's going to get invented, where we can kind of decide on how we want to be racist towards.
I
the
always
robots
wanted to
and the
see like
AI.
a sci-fi movie where the computers or robots take over,
Yeah.
but they do it by being pathetic. Like they like engender so much empathy because they're like, "Can you help me?
Yeah.
I need all the money and the nuclear weapons.
The world's programmed against me.
I don't know how I can't." Which was basically the new Aliens movie.
Right. Yeah. That's,
That was
Very
both. He was
similar.
black and mentally, it's like
The alien's black?
They've always been black.
Yeah.
Oh. I never had that reading of the movie.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
how
there's
they-
a racial
Yeah.
element
There's
to it.
always a racial
Oh,
element.
yeah. I
That's
guess-
why they're always
well,
doing
no,
the
no,
whisper
the Predator is black because he has dreads.
The dreads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why Alien vs Predator is actually black.
The
on black
alien
crime.
is
Mhm.
is a,
It's a
Alien vs.
commentary.
Predator is like an East Coast, West Coast.
the
so-
alien is a migrant, I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still a person of color. I think we can all agree.
No, the robot in the new one's black guy.
Oh, the robot was. Oh. I still haven't seen any alien movies.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, you
it's-
should
it's a
sit
secret.
down and have yourself a submarine alien
Yeah.
extravaganza.
Here are the big ones I've missed. I never saw Jaws.
Oh wow.
Really?
I've never seen Jaws.
That's crazy. It's
Yeah.
worth it just for the
You've seen
fucking
80s for Brady, but not Jaws.
No, Nick.
Oh,
did.
you saw 80s for Brady. Okay.
No, he's a
Sorry, I'm mixing
cinephile.
up. Yeah, right.
Jaws is worth it just for the
I hear it's great.
USS Indianapolis scene when Shaw gives that speech about 200 men went into the water.
I only know that speech from the video of you doing
I've
a
talked.
parody of that speech.
Oh, okay. So
Do you remember that video? You
I don't
made?
have the ability to do that anymore.
No, it's
Yeah.
gone.
No, yeah, my brain doesn't work. I
Yeah,
can't
my
like
brain
riff.
sucks too. Yeah.
Every hour I'll be like, what about a banana that wears pajamas? And that's it.
That's
the most,
something, huh?
yeah, that's the most you can get out of me. But no, that scene's great. They brought in John Milius to write it. He just wrote
Just for that scene.
Just that
Oh, like
scene.
for
Oh wow.
he just punched up one scene.
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
They were like, we need John Milius has to say whatever this
Yeah,
is.
get some epic shit down. Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah. He's right wing or no?
Yeah, he's right wing.
He's right wing.
Yeah.
That's sick.
American right wing or British right wing?
American right wing.
Okay.
yeah.
That's left wing.
My
Yeah.
bad. So-
Oh no, that's
It's a
Australia.
whole bird. It's
No, I watched their Fox News, GBTV. They like try to start Fox News, and it's all that guy Farage, and that guy is awesome.
Now, what's his first name? I've always said it
Nigel.
wrong. Oh, okay.
Nigel.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Farage.
Come on, you don't even go there.
Well, it's Britain. I was like, wow.
Maybe it's like it's not a bad word there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's going to
How many G's
London
go to
and calling
England, be
everybody
like-
the N-word.
Say the N-word. I
Like,
thought it's a term of
yeah,
endearment.
I thought it was like
Sorry,
a,
I've only
no,
ever
they're
heard
like,
in a
no, it's
positive.
like that in your country.
You can go to jail for it. Like
Yeah, well,
For
you
like-
go to jail for tweeting.
for
now.
for
Yeah,
tweets.
It happens a lot over there.
Apparently, a bunch of people from the race wars they just had are in jail for Facebook status updates.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man. To have it be that easy to go to jail, like to just type something. You
Yeah,
gotta at
they don't
least
have
commit a
free
crime.
speech.
You got to at least hit somebody.
They don't
do
have free
something.
speech.
I know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
People forget about that. It's like you're just one thing away. 'Cause
With all that
Canada's the
shit,
same
you
way,
should
too.
be. It should be immediately. You can just apologize and you get off. There should be
Yeah.
like a formal apology, because that's like, I mean, they don't have a constitution, whatever. But at the very least, it's because people just say shit.
I should be able to post
People
again.
just be saying shit.
People
You don't-
they do be saying
You know what I
shit.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I can't, like, I could not function in a place like that. I have no problem apologizing.
It would be it would be a temptation
It would
that you would
be-
not be able to.
I know. Well, I wouldn't even think about it. I'd say something, and then I'm thinking I'm saying something else.
Right.
And then you should be able to bring me in front of the court jester or whatever, and I'm like, look, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be able to just tweet again and say,
Yeah.
and that makes up for the crime that you
A
did.
guy in a wig. Nick would have to like
Yeah.
one of those wig
Well,
guys.
it's stupid because then it's like,
you spelled Nigel with an extra G.
yeah.
if that's
What do you have to say for yourself?
Come on, man.
if that's the case, the government should go after they should go after Twitter. They should pass laws that say like you need to police your platform better.
Brazil just banned it for that reason.
Well, I think they banned it because Elon Musk threatened to fight Maduro.
In Venezuela, though, right?
Yeah, didn't that happen?
But-
And then he was like threatening.
Like MMA.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna come there and fight you." And then after that, it was banned. I love that he's just demanding the Jews vote for him.
You better
He's
do it,
He's
or
like,
else
Israel
He's like,
will be nuked.
Yeah.
we
He's
will
like,
get rid of you.
if
We
you
will
don't-
wipe you off
if
the
you
face
don't
of the
vote
earth.
for me, you're a piece of shit.
You're one of the bad ones.
You're
You don't
not
vote for me.
Jewish.
You're not a real Jew. The real Jews, they vote for me.
He's awesome, dude.
You think there's gonna be a third assassination attempt?
There'll probably be a couple more.
Yeah, that's
The
cool.
second one, I don't even know if you can call it attempt. The guy just pointed the barrel through. I don't know if he even had the balls.
He
to
was
pull
sitting
the
there
trigger.
for like 12 hours. He was like
You think he was
camped out
gonna
with
do it?
body armor and
Well, it's
shit.
crazy to have 12 hours to set up and not have any sort of camouflage set up. You don't even put a little.
Well, he was
bush in
hiding
front-
in like a bush. I
Yeah,
think.
but to not block your barrel from sticking out to the point where somebody can see it.
I don't
12
know all the
hours?
details, but I do know because initially it was like, oh, there's a guy with a gun there. It's like it's Florida. It could have just been a guy taking his
Yeah,
gun
it
for
could have
a
been his
walk.
backyard.
Right,
It was-
yeah.
yeah.
And then, but no, he was
No,
like
he wasn't.
sitting there.
He was
he's-
dating his gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
What did he do it for? Ukraine? Is that what he said?
I don't know. It's like a mentally ill guy. It's-
Yeah.
yeah, he was just fed up with everything, I guess. But it is crazy to go golfing after you've been shot at. Like there's a bit of balls to that, I think, to be like, I love this. I'm gonna go golfing after like you're only on long ranges with places for people to hide around you. Like
honestly,
if someone tried
I
to kill
admire
me,
that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I admire
wouldn't
that.
do that. That's some balls to go out
He
there.
loves
to an
the game.
open
It would be
space.
cool if Kamala was shot dead, murdered, just to see like Sean Hannity
Yeah.
be like, well, they wouldn't care if it happened to Trump.
Yeah.
Just like go on TV telling people why they shouldn't care. Because that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
Be like, obviously, don't try to shoot a candidate for president, but if you're going to, just try to shoot all of them. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying,
Don't
and
pick
that's
one.
what happened. There were 2 attempts on Trump's life, only one on Kamala. Is it our fault that it was successful? No.
It's still 2 versus 1.
It's 2-on-1.
I think one of her offices got shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, campaign offices.
But maybe it was her.
She did it.
Yeah.
False
Antifa.
flag.
That's all.
With her gun.
Yeah. She shot sideways. Black style.
Yeah, she was on Oprah and she said I have a gun and I will shoot anyone that comes near me.
Oh
She
yeah, I
did
did
say
see
that,
that. I saw
yeah.
that
Yeah.
clip. Yeah.
She said if Trayvon was in front of me right now, I'd be pulling the trigger. Oh, they're gonna be mad at me for that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because the election now, it feels like we don't even talk policy almost at all anymore.
What
It
the
is just
funniest
kind
thing
this
is all of these
piss-pudding
like
match.
pollsters, none of them have any fucking idea.
Oh no,
they
the
have no
polls-
idea.
If you believe
And
the
they're
poll-
like their credibility's been destroyed over the last couple of years.
yeah,
And then they still get the like people still ask them, and they're
It's
like,
crazy.
well, yeah, it could be.
like, oh, she's up in the polls.
It
He's
could-
up in the. It's like
It
who?
could be either one of them.
To me,
Yeah.
it's like Family Feud. You have to tell me who you asked. You
Yeah.
can't just say we asked 100 people and here's the vote. It's like, did you ask
Oh.
100 blue collar workers? Did you ask 100 of these people?
Oh, I
Like-
thought you were going to say it's like Family Feud because it's white people versus black people.
Well, that is a part
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, it's the Johnson family.
It's a race war hosted by Steve Harvey.
Yeah, hosted by Steve Harvey would be a good.
Yeah.
I would like to see him as a moderator
Yeah.
of the debate.
Secretary of Transportation Steve Harvey.
Be so sick. Be so sick.
Mm-hmm.
Act like a damn man.
The fuck you mean the buses ain't running on time? We'll get that fixed right away, Mr. Harvey.
Still holding
The
cards and
buses
everything.
have never been better. You can get from Midtown Manhattan to Dallas, Texas in 15 minutes now.
I never heard or knew the name of the Secretary of Transportation, but it seems to me as if Buttigieg has done an awful job.
Yeah.
Like the airlines have been a mess for the last
Yeah.
4 years. Just that guy managed to fuck it up.
Yeah, it's
Out
the
of
guy
all
you
people,
shouldn't know.
I think it's time
Yeah.
to go the other way and re-regulate the airlines. We need to go back to flights costing, you want to fly from D.C. to Boston, it costs $15,000.
Right.
But you-
3-course meal.
You get a cigarette, the flight attendants speak German.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
you
willing
get a
to
nice
do
meal.
stuff.
There's a grand
They give
piano
pussy.
at your...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a Biscoff cookie of water and some pussy on
Yeah.
every flight.
They give pussy. Yeah. It's that or Spirit. The rest of America
that's
has to
it.
fly Spirit.
Either
yeah.
holding a rope or you're fucking getting
Yeah.
your dick sucked in first class.
Then they keep trying to merge, too. They keep trying to,
Yeah, just buy everything out.
Yeah,
and
the small airlines are now trying to...
Yeah, and I feel like that's how a lot of them now. It's all this operated by that. It's Endeavor Air operated by
Yeah,
this.
those
It's
deals.
all-
American Airlines and JetBlue had one here, but the court broke it up.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the CrowdStrike stuff was crazy too. That was just like makes you realize how vulnerable the whole system is. That just
Well, that's
one
what I mean.
misline in a
Everything's-
code, it's
yeah.
like bam. Now all of a sudden,
Or a guy
nobody's getting
pretending
in
to
the
be
air.
a pilot just walking through an airport.
Yeah, that's the next step.
Catch Me If
Yeah.
You Can.
Yeah, that's doable. I think we're back to being able to do that again.
That movie is so sick. I
It's
want to
so
watch
good.
it.
It's cool,
Yeah.
but then it's presented almost. It's like, isn't it crazy? You used to be able to get away with this stuff in the '60s. It's like you can still do that.
You could totally still do it.
You can do all of that.
Yeah,
In
you can
fact,
make
it
that
required-
badge.
You had
Yeah.
to make checks. I don't know
He
how
got
to
really
do
good
that.
at stationary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The biggest stuff he did, he was just wearing a different costume.
Yeah.
you know.
and just making it up as he went along.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's the jump seat. Yeah.
But he studied for the bar, and he passed it.
That's impressive.
Frank Abagnale.
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 Yeah. I
Is that
love
the
it.
movie? No, it's Back to the Future. Where he tells he likes hot Dr. Pepper. Christopher Walken.
No, I don't remember this.
he's
scene.
like,
Damn.
there's nothing I love more than a hot Dr. Pepper.
Oh, yeah, boil it up.
Back to the Future is a great movie. Speaking of Brendan Fraser.
Good series to jump into too. You want to talk about a little?
Not Back to
marathon?
the Future. Sorry, Blast from the Past.
Oh, Blast from the Past.
Have you ever seen that?
No, I don't think
Brendan
I have.
Fraser. Yeah, he's like a. He's
I
a boy.
love
that's-
that movie.
He's born in a.
He's in a bunker.
He's born in like a fallout shelter. Like they think the nukes are going off in the '60s, so his family seals themselves in
Oh,
like
wow.
an underground bunker, and then he comes out in 1995 as like a 30-year-old man.
Oh, that's fun. I like
Yeah.
that. Blast from the Past.
Mm-hmm. And famously in the trailer, a black male lady walks by and he goes, "My lucky star's a Negro," and that's the bit that's in the trailer.
That sold the film.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I watched that Challengers on the plane too.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer really made it look like Zendaya was going to get just heavy Eiffel Towered,
yeah.
and it did not happen.
Bummer.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting the whole movie. Just I wanted them to high five
Yeah.
while one was getting it on one side, the other one the other side.
Never came.
God damn! I got pissed. I punched I punched the screen. There was an old woman.
Yeah, the old woman in front.
I'm like, what? What?
Zendaya didn't get fucking Eiffel
This movie's
Tower.
fucking bullshit. I'm sick of A24.
Clickbait.
The fucking trailer lied.
Yeah, my impression of that movie was I liked it a lot, but there's an inconsistency I noticed. The guy says his name is Zweig at the beginning of the movie, and then he doesn't pronounce it that way, or nobody else does for the rest of the film.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah,
I noticed that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
Zweig?
that is Zweig.
ZW.
Because the actor is like European. He's
That
like
guy's
a-
awesome.
He's a good actor. Yeah,
He's cute
he's
too.
a British guy, but they probably shot that first. So he goes in, he's like, "Yeah, the name's Zweig."
Oh, and they just
And
never
then
checked it.
then he's an American guy for the rest of the movie, so it's Zweig. But that's the only thing I remember from it.
Yeah,
That
and
and
they
the
don't.
sauna
They don't
part.
Eiffel Tower her. It's bullshit. Don't watch that movie.
I'm not
dude.
going to bother.
Don't watch that
Between the
movie.
inconsistencies and the
I walked
not
out.
fulfilling
I
what we
walked
want.
out when there were all three of them in the hotel. So I assumed they fucked. I had to go piss.
No,
See, that's the way to do
the
it.
guys just kiss for like a minute and then both.
It's
kiss
nice to
her.
be at that age, where it's like there's a sex scene coming up. I'm like, perfect time to piss.
Yeah, let me get out of here.
Disgust.
Okay, what
This
am I-
one's for you kids.
Watch people fuck? No thanks. Let me know when it's a cartoon.
Yeah, I want it drawn
Yeah,
with
right.
details.
Let me know when it's a robot octopus raping a
Guys,
babysitter.
Nick, do you have a September memory that makes you nostalgic? What do
That's insane. There's no way that's fucking in there.
Liquid IV wants to know.
That's a setup. This is a setup.
Talk about a September memory that makes you nostalgic.
Gee, what famously happened in September?
How are they going to do that to us?
I don't know, man.
That's like going to England with no free speech.
I feel like they've really cheapened the 9/11 fucking searchlights that they do every year by like with the light displays on the Empire State Building.
You think it's gotten like
They
down
had-
in budget
They
every
had
year?
the Empire State Building dressed up like Darth Vader a couple years ago, and it's
Yeah.
like, do we have no respect for 9/11 at all anymore?
Mm-hmm.
That if we're putting on light shows for Darth Vader, when Star Wars has never been worse,
right.
which is actually not true. They're terrible movies from the get-go. Star Wars.
But now there's more terrible
Now there's
movies
more
out
of 'em.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's disrespectful also to 9/11.
Well, if we're
The
going to put
attacks.
lights up in the sky, if it's just once a year and it's for the Twin Towers, sure.
Right.
Imagine if right next to the Holocaust Museum in Berlin or wherever it is in Germany, you had the Crayola crayon factory with the live crayon experience. Imagine if they had fucking like meet fucking Darth Vader in the gift shop at Auschwitz.
Mm-hmm.
Tough sell.
Wouldn't you say this is a little... People get mad at people taking smiling selfies.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not wrong. If anything, I'm too right.
Yeah. Keep Vader out of Auschwitz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's time for a new fall tradition, like getting regular hydration and energy from Liquid IV. Have you ever used this
I
product?
have actually. Yeah, it's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
I love
It
it.
is good. I
Keeps your day going.
fucked myself up on the exercise bike the other day,
Yeah.
and I had to get my girlfriend to fix me some Liquid IV, which we get for free, by the way, which you guys don't, but we do. and no, I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital because I didn't eat all day, and then I rode the exercise bike, and then I
You're
had
just
like,
emaciated.
well,
yeah.
well, I had like the worst headache, and I was nauseous, and I couldn't stand up. 'Cause
Right.
I rode it for like 4.5 hours.
And a little
top
liquid
speed.
IV got you back.
Yeah, the electrolytes and I also had some peanut M&Ms. I think the glucose was the main thing, but the liquid IV helped wash the peanut M&Ms down. But I have it with me here in my.
That's great.
Well, the reason Nick feels better was because of the hydration multiplier plus energy, which delivers 100 milligrams of natural caffeine plus 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drinks.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
I wish during your baseball career they had that.
My
nothing
thermos
like
is
that. I
stinky.
wish.
I wish I had.
Maybe I would have gone D1 if.
What's that?
My thermos is stinky again. The lids get mildew in them.
You do. You got to get them clean. I didn't realize it one day. Until
You
I
have to
looked
clean
down
them
on it. It
all
was
the fucking
disgusting.
time, and it's such
Yeah.
a pain in the ass because if you let the water dry on them, you take the gaskets off, and then if you let the water dry, it's just gonna get like stinky.
Yeah,
again.
it's just gonna get gross again.
So I have to put them. I put them in the fucking broiler. I take the gaskets out. I wash them. Then I put them in the broiler to dry them for like 2 minutes, and then I
Wow.
reassemble
You
the
bake
thing.
your water bottle?
Just the gaskets
You're the weirdest guy I've
to
ever
dry
met in
it
my
out.
entire
You
life.
fucking dumbass.
You're the weirdest guy. I've
What do you?
ever-
What would you do? Have a hair dryer?
paper towel.
I don't have stuff like that. Paper towel doesn't do it. And then you get
What
like.
about air dry? What about wipe it down?
I've tried that. I would do that.
Now you use the oven
It's much faster.
for your water bottle.
Well, it's also I'll be like cooking something. I'll be making a bunch of French toast for
While
the men's shelter.
food is in there?
Of course.
Yeah. And then so I preheat the oven, and while it's preheating, I'll put the gaskets in.
2 for 1.
Yeah. And I make my famous breaded baked French toast.
You truly have a beautiful mind, Nick. That is incredible. Okay, guys, they've combined their popular peach flavor with highly requested blackberry. I requested that.
Black peach, black pussy. Now the new flavor, sweet black pussy. The new. Have you ever seen the incense with names like that in the
Poontang
fucking
pie.
corner store? They have them. It's like sweet black pussy
Yeah,
sex. It's
You just put that in
Ebony.
the,
Yeah, it's like Bangladeshi guys selling these incense that are like, they're like, what would a real player homeboy like to his house to smell like? And then, yeah, the flavors are.
sweet black pussy. Yankee
Yeah.
Candle hasn't got onto that just yet.
Guys, this product is the best, okay?
Look, what
And-
better endorsement than seeing me drink it lovingly, knowing how stinky this water bottle is.
Right.
But not
It's the
because
only
of that.
thing saving the water bottle.
Yeah, right.
It's because of the curry that he makes and
No,
drinks out of it.
it's stinky because I put BCAAs in there with the liquid IV sometimes, and then I mix them together.
Right.
And then I get my BCAAs and I get my electrolytes. Headaches can kiss my ass.
The all-in-one formula provides mind and body energy plus hydration that leaves you feeling focused, alert, and ready to take on anything. So guys, tear, pour, and live more. One stick, 16 ounces of water, hydrates better than water alone.
I would recommend using more water than that. Something
you could
like
if you want.
46 ounces
Mm.
in a Yeti thermos.
If you want, you could do that too. 16 is what they like, but Nick likes do it like Nick.
I like to dilute it a lot because then it's like, it's like having like a LaCroix or something.
Yeah, it's like a fun drink for a little longer.
Yeah,
just
well,
the
it's-
essence.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I like to feel like my shit has been infused.
Yeah.
I love being infused.
Yeah.
You get 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free, so you don't grow breasts and become a woman. So start the new fall tradition with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order at Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code TAFS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order. liquidiv.com, TAFS.
Great.
Now we're back to the show.
Awesome.
Did I
Good to
tell
be
you I
back.
finally finished all those Lyndon Johnson books?
You did.
I did.
How does it feel?
It's kind of depressing, honestly.
You have nothing left to look forward to.
I don't, yeah.
Unless Caro writes that 5th book.
I know, but the fourth one was kind of bullshit, to be honest
Really,
with you.
he's falling off.
Well, the fourth one, it's like,
He lost his fastball.
it's when he's president. The fourth book is his couple years as vice president and then president. And it's just, it doesn't move the same way the third one did. I guess, his glory years were in the Senate, but
It's like an autobiography series?
It's
or
not
is
an
it-
autobiography.
Okay.
It's a regular biography.
Nick,
Okay.
Nick didn't like the part where he passed the Civil Rights Act. He was like, this part's bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I didn't
that's
say
fun.
that.
Wait,
But they get it. But that's the thing. It's like, yeah, that is a big deal. And then it's kind of
It's
just
huge.
sort of going through the motions, telling the story.
oh, it's more like, and then this happened instead of creating a world.
Yeah, I mean, he could have probably written another 5,000 pages on just his relationship with Bobby Kennedy.
Yeah. Did he like him or no?
No, they hated each other.
The brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about the brother?
RFK hated LBJ. They hated each other.
What was the reason?
Well, like I guess like Kennedy had he ran like a tight ship, you know, and his campaign, it was all younger people. It was like that was like the first young candidate for president.
Right.
LBJ ran him against him in 1960 in like the primaries. But LBJ was also among like the liberal Democrats. There was this. I mean, that was it was while the party was splitting up and the conservatives were going to the Republican Party. But the perception of him was that at his core he was still just a Southern like segregationist that did what,
Oh, interesting.
you know.
So the Kennedys like put that out there about him.
I don't know if they put it out there about him necessarily, but RFK was always like mistrusting of LBJ. And then when he was in the administration, because it was a gamble for him to take the math that LBJ did. It's like he could stay in the Senate as Senate Majority Leader, where he had immense power, or he could take the vice presidential nomination.
Yeah.
And like even up until Al Gore, the vice president did nothing basically, and if he took that job, then it's like
Maybe
he has no power at all, and he's basically just banking on Kennedy dying.
Wow.
Like that's what he
I was
was.
gonna say,
yeah.
yeah.
He was like, if you look at it, a lot of presidents have fucking died.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and he's like, this guy's sick all the time. You know, this seems to be my shot.
A lot of them die.
Yeah.
It's like 45% probably.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
No, I mean I think it is over 10% of them that get
That just die in office or.
or get shot and killed
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that they wouldn't bring that in the campaign. It's like that shows you the class that a presidential campaign used to have, that they're like, if this was true about them, that we're not going to bring this up. We're not going to show him that he's this person. Like immediately would be an ad right away. The worst thing that this person's done is immediately like just downtrodden upon. Where it feels like there was like some gentlemanliness to
I don't think it
elections
ever was.
campaigns back then. It's like, we would never say that about him in public.
Well,
but he's
it's
a
also, I
monster.
mean, it's like a primary race. And it was
Okay.
between, and this was like, I mean, some of the states had primaries, but it's mainly something, you know, it's like we just saw that. It's like it's decided by the party rather than people. So
It was
not-
at the convention back
Yeah.
then? Yeah. A lot of horse trading.
Yeah, a lot of horses.
A lot of slave trading.
A lot of a lot of animals getting moved around.
Yeah. You think he killed Jack
Do I think LBJ did?
or no?
No, it was Israel.
Come on.
If it was anybody, it was Israel.
Come on, dude.
What?
Israel didn't exist until like 1996.
That's
dude.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a dual release with Space Jam.
They dropped Space Jam. in
Michael
Israel.
Jordan came up with Israel.
Yeah, he was heavily involved in both.
Yeah.
Bugs came up with
Yeah.
Israel.
Bugs.
Yeah.
What you mean Jews get their own country, Bugs?
Yeah.
It's so funny to imagine Michael Jordan having to spend like 2 months talking to no one in front of cameras.
Oh,
Just,
yeah.
just in a room being like, "That's funny, Bugs Bunny." Okay, let's go again. And it's an empty chair.
Oh man! And then they remade it with LeBron now. I haven't seen it.
I didn't see
I
it.
saw it.
yeah.
Was it decent?
The
But
first
it's worth
movie,
a watch.
Okay.
the original
It's cool.
one's not good.
A lot of IP.
It's okay
Nah.
for a kid. It's good, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was good for.
But
for
could a
that
kid
era.
now watch it? Would a kid now give a shit about it? Probably not.
Maybe not.
They're a baby. I mean, it's cartoons.
Yeah,
They probably
I don't
like
know.
it. His arm stretches
Mm-hmm.
when he does the
Stretch is
dunk.
Nice. Lola Bunny was a fox. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, I
They made
remember
her
people
ugly.
got
She's the
mad
reason
about that.
we have a butt culture now. I think that was the start of it. It was
Oh.
people seeing that bunny ass, and now it's all furries and ass.
Oh yeah,
She-
definitely.
we
she
were in a
did-
tits era back
She
then.
did put
Yeah,
ass
it's funny.
on the
People are
map.
like, "Where did furries come from?" It's like, Disney's portfolio.
Yeah, it's from everybody wanting to
Princess Jasmine.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
No,
tiger.
there's that scene in Lion King where the lions are basically fucking each other after they get pubes.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they're
Mustafa
hot.
comes back and he's like, my dick got bigger.
Yeah,
And
Nala's
then-
fire.
Right, and then
Yeah.
they're like, the lions are like making out in a pond.
Yeah.
You know, it's
With
like-
romantic
Elton
music.
John singing
yeah,
at
Elton
them.
John's playing.
And
It's
at
like-
that point in your life, you've never seen human love on
Yeah.
TV.
And
You've
just-
that's the first
Yeah,
thing you've ever
right.
seen.
And then and I'm not trying to be homophobic here, but probably gay guy that was like, what if we had a scene where like, institute and kids will love it.
yeah.
You know?
And we'll get Tim Collins to play
Mhm.
some drums. And
Yeah. I mean, they really got rid of all the sexy cartoons.
yeah, no,
I think Moana was the last sexy one.
Sure.
I think Stitch was the last sexy one.
Yeah, Stitch is a safer bet. Yeah.
Stitch was the last piece of ass, dude.
Yeah, maybe Monsters Inc. depending on how you swing.
Yeah. I think
Well,
now
all the cartoon characters now are like theater kids, or maybe it's the other way around.
Mm.
But they all have like that, like theater kid, like look. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
They all, it's a bizarre thing where
The
like the
desperate eyes and
cartoons
the-
are bad at acting,
Right.
which I don't understand.
It's a
how
cartoon.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
Can't even
understand how
get
it's
it good.
possible.
How did you draw somebody
Yeah,
overacting
yeah,
the scene? Yeah.
Oh man. You have anything coming up? Anything you want to plug?
I'm off the road until 2025 for the most part. I got
Hell
a big
yeah,
show in
It's a
Nashville.
woke culture.
Yeah, it's that's what it is. I'm waiting to see
Yeah.
once my man gets back in office, we'll be able
Once
to get
the
back
boys
out
are back in town.
Yeah.
I have to go the Jay Leno route, just have cars.
Yeah, as your babies.
Yeah.
I never like the touch of a woman. I just want to cause.
I asked CAA. I was like, "Can you get me in that garage,
Just to meet him.
just to meet him, hang out in the garage, have him
Is
explain
he
things to him?"
okay?
What do you mean?
Didn't
Is
he
he
have a
sick?
terrible?
Yeah, he had a car accident or something.
Yeah,
right?
they
Oh
said
yeah,
they-
his face got burned off by gasoline.
Has anyone seen what he looks
No,
like
but I
now?
remember-
It revealed a normal chin underneath it.
I remember when we were doing those monologues, there was some joke about his face getting burned off. That I remembered liking the joke, and now I can't remember what it was.
He's just a chin now.
Yeah.
He lost everything but the
No,
chin.
it was better
It's a
than
talking
that.
chin.
What? I don't remember the
It was
joke.
better
But
than
I'm
that.
sure it was better than that.
Mhm.
At
Poor Jay
liquidiv.com. Yeah,
Uh,
I feel bad for Jay. We're Jay Strong. Shout out to
Apparently,
Jay.
Jay Leno's face got burned off by gasoline.
Yeah.
You hear about this? folks?
Apparently, Monica Lewinsky.
have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Yeah, the gasoline fire.
Engulfed in flames.
The man, apparently, everyone says the best in the biz.
Oh yeah,
That's what they say.
that's what they say.
That's
I mean,
what
his
they say.
YouTube channel is great.
Nick has a lot of respect for his car knowledge. What about Seinfeld?
Well, it's his collection, and it's like he has emotional relationship with everything.
Right.
It's mainly the way the content's produced.
Yeah.
yeah,
he fucks the cars.
Mm.
Yeah,
yeah. It's fun.
yeah.
Should see his OnlyFans.
Have you ever fucked a Chevy Nova?
That's good. The exhaust pipes, this double wide.
He has an OnlyFans where he fucks.
Fucks the cars.
You ever see
Jay
that
Leno's
documentary
Real
about those
Garage.
guys that fuck cars?
No.
There's like
Yeah.
one guy that wears like one of those like Fargo
That
hats.
poor guy.
Yeah, that fucks cars.
Ah.
And he like comes out to his dad as fucking a cars.
Oh,
And his
God.
dad's like, well, I wasn't around much.
Better than being gay. In my
He's like,
house.
probably it's my fault.
I'm glad you're just not a fuckable daughter.
At least he ain't a Chevy guy.
At
Yeah.
least, at least you're not a fucking Kardashian.
Yeah. Thank God. Anything but that. That
Thanks
means a
for
lot.
joining us today.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah. Thanks for
Thanks a
having me.
lot.
Good to see
All
you
right,
guys.
a lot of fun.
Thanks
We'll
for
see you
coming.
next week.
Oh yeah.